At the foot of Peach Blossom Mountain sits Peach Blossom Shrine. Inside lives a Peach Blossom immortal. His real name is Chen Jun, a transmigrator bound to a longevity system. Before he knew it, he had lived 1,000 years. Wait, stop the intro right there. Other systems hand out divine techniques, divine weapons, divine beasts. Mine, it makes me take on a disciple first. The disciple trains, and I share the gains, always staying one level above them. Sounds great in theory. Problem is, where's my disciple? I waited 1,000 years. Searched every bush in the forest. I dug through the trash heap at the foot of the mountain so much it fell apart. Checked tree hollows, checked under rocks, not a shadow of a disciple. What? Was he supposed to float down the stream in a wooden tub and land right in front of me? No way, you actually drifted here, express delivery by stream. Human with disciple potential detected, disciple acquired. Starter reward unlocked, cloud-piercing arrow technique, riverblade technique, day technique, 1,000 years, a full 1,000 years, and I finally have a technique. Congratulations, player. First disciple acquired. Disciple's name Guyuan. Aptitude, superior grade water spirit root. Background, son of the former leader of the Bluebird sect. Cast out here by internal sex strife. Child, live on no matter what. Good grief. His father was murdered. His mother took her own life. What a cruel fate. From now on, I'm your master. Your surname is Gu, but that name won't do. Guyuan. Always looking back, easy to get trapped by bad memories for life. Tell you what, master will give you a name that's easy to raise. How about Doggo? Catchy, humble, down to earth. Silence means you agree. Ah, agreed. Good, Doggo. From today you're my eldest disciple, Chen Jun's. Don't worry, master and disciple walk this life together. If master has 2 bowls of soup, you'll definitely have 2 pots to wash. Ha ha ha, that one's got flavor. Disciple. Move master's lounge chair, I'm baking out here. All you do all day is eat and sleep. What else do you even do besides watch TV? Master, I don't understand a word you're saying. Didn't. You say you teach me a technique once I turn 9? Didn't. I teach you? Teach me what? Besides chopping wood and cutting vegetables, what do I even know? What? Master passed down to you is the wood chopping sword technique and the vegetable chopping blade technique. Master them well, and you'll benefit greatly. Young people these days just can't endure hardship. Too impatient. You're calling me impatient? Look at these calluses on my hands. What kid has hands like this? Impatient refers to your mindset. Good disciple, you need to really absorb what master tells you. You'll understand once you're my age. You're already 1,000 years old. No ordinary person lives that long. Tell you what, here's 3 coins. Go to wine cellar Lee at the east end of the village and buy a jug of wine. No way you're bossing me around again. After this errand, I'll practically be squeezed into juice. Why do I always get worked to the bone? Oh, my old bones ache so much. Don't have long left. My disciple's so unfilial. My legendary morning calisthenics will die with me. What a shame, what a shame. It's not for you though. Oh, don't worry, master. Small task, I'll get it done for you right away. Really not. Just sure thing. I'd call it a guarantee. See, you're rushing again. Slow down and don't forget to bring that stick. Got it. Boss, bring me your finest wine. Sure thing. Minors can't drink, you know. I'm buying it for my master. What's a broke kid buying wine for? Master, wake up. There's a ghost. I'll go come save master. Master, it's me. My bad, I didn't recognize you for a second. Heh. Master, don't laugh. That wine seller beat me up. He said 3 coins wouldn't even pay off a beggar. They beat you, did? You fight back? Of course I did. Wine seller Lee has 2 thugs. One this tall, one built like that. So did you win? I won. You didn't win, you just ran. No, you used a branch to protect yourself. Wine seller Lee isn't someone to mess with. Just days ago they crippled a petty thief. So I did pretty well, actually. Of course. Master's wood chopping sword technique and vegetable chopping blade technique. You didn't learn them for nothing. I'm not bragging. Master these 2 techniques and beating strong enemies is a breeze. Wow, master, you're too good to me. I will master these techniques and bring glory back to the sect. Good. That's ambition. Disciple, master has 1 more tael of silver here. Go buy a jug of wine from wine seller Lee. Master, are you still half asleep? Master, wouldn't set you up? Just go. No way, they whipped my legs with a horsewhip. Refuse. You don't even need to say anything, just show him the silver. Didn't we agree you'd bring glory to the sect? Giving up already? Fine. I'll go. Master, don't set me up again. Not just, sure thing, a guarantee. Boss, you there? Get lost, filthy beggar. 1 jug of wine, please. Oh my. Blessings of health to young Master Gu. May all your wishes come true, wealth blow in from every direction, and may you live forever, never die. Love you. Master, I showed him the silver in my hand, and his smile turned priceless. He even threw in an extra jug. Heh, master, is your immortality because wine seller Lee blessed you once? Don't fall for that street talk nonsense. Try smelling this wine. Oh, this is just water. I'm going to go demand an explanation. Impatient. With one tael of silver you should have gone to a better tavern. Master really is a master. Back then he was too young to understand. Master wasn't really talking about wine at all. By the time he understood the deeper meaning, 9 more years of peach blossoms had bloomed red, and he still chopped wood and cooked every day, did his morning calisthenics. By now, Gu Yuan was 18. Doggo. Go open the door. Young sect leader, we've finally found you. We've come to bring you back to the sect. That day, Doggo talked with the 2 uninvited guests for a very long time. From them, Doggo learned the truth of his own fate. Suans, for me to go cook for master, please head back for today. How could the young sect leader do such menial work? Let us handle it. No need, my master is picky, he even complains about his own cooking, let alone anyone else's. That day Doggo felt uneasy, and the thing I feared would eventually happen, did. Doggo, are you leaving? Master, this blood debt must be repaid, otherwise I couldn't face my parents in the afterlife. Peach Blossom Mountain will always be my home. Once my revenge is done, master, I'll come back here, cooking and chopping wood every day without regret. Beyond the mountain, there's another mountain. Beyond the peach blossoms, more peach blossoms wait. Doggo, you're chasing peach blossoms to the edge of the sky. Master, if you're willing, come down the mountain with me. Fame, fortune, glory, whatever I have, I'll give you the very best of it. All I want is the peach blossoms here. This is a 1,000-year peach wood sword. Protect yourself. This is the best thing Master has to give you. Master has no wish to be tangled in worldly affairs. But if you're ever in trouble, just send word. Doggo, that name, I gave it back when I first pulled you out of that washtub, worried you'd be hard to raise. Now that you're becoming young sect leader, give that name back to Master. Take care, Master. From now on, there's only Gu Yuan in this world, no more Doggo. Master, why are you crying? Sulking again? Where? Did Gu Yuan go? Wangya, Gu Yuan left Peach Blossom Mountain. Will he come back? Maybe. The peach blossoms bloomed again on the mountain. I wonder how Master's doing. Master Chen, when's Gu Yuan coming back? That kid says he's still drifting out there. Won't return to the Kangshuan sect. Can't come back either. I bet he's off eloping with some girl out there. Not coming back, huh? One day I'll drag him back and discipline him properly. Doggo, why no letters this whole year? Master doesn't even know if you're well. Do you have any idea how I've spent these past 2 years? Haven't had a decent meal, starved half to death. I'm going to draw a circle and curse you. Don't. You dare curse Gu Yuan. He'll be back soon. Ow. 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 The door's right beside you, can't you see it? Why? Climb over the wall? There's a letter for Master Chen, urgent from the sect. What? Master Chenjun? I'm Master Chenjun standing right in front of you. No way, Chenjun looks younger than sect leader Gu. Gu Yuan just ages fast. Master, how old are you? What should I even call you? Brother is too young, uncle is too old, mom is the wrong gender. Think carefully about what to call me. Just kidding. Give me the letter. Master. This past year I've built up my own influence and made some allies. My first target is Dong Liangjun, one of Li Keqian's trusted men, guilty of many terrible deeds. Dong Liangjun is a cultivator at the Golden Core stage, fierce and powerful. I fought him once in disguise and came out worse for it. Nearly cost me my life. I'm hoping Master will step in to root out the Dong family's power. Let's go. I'll come down the mountain with you. How dare these small-time crooks act so brazen? I spared their lives, but they'll never cultivate again in this lifetime. Are you all right? I'm fine. I'm okay. This is just how it is in the world of martial arts. Master, you came. Disciple, how have you been? That night the light in the old study never went out. Master and disciple talked long into the night all the way until the next afternoon when Chen Jun finally stepped out. Master, I will rise above them all. I'll repay you 1,000 times over. Disciple, Master only wishes for your safety far from feuds and hatred. Hand over your men and we'll spare your life. What kind of master sells out his disciple? Get him, all of you. Boss, he's incredible. Will we win? We'll win. Oh, still glaring. What stray dog dares act so wild? You 2 brats look smaller than my shoe size. Cocky are you? Answer. Me. Exactly. A master with no real skill raises disciples just as half-baked. With skills like that you want revenge? Big dog, bark, prepare. To die. You should sell coffins. You can drop the tough act. Master, dodge. Oh, he dodged every attack. You have 0 martial ethics, hiding poison in your feet, trying to sneak attack this 69-year-old veteran. No cap, my bad. Been running around so much I forgot to wash my feet. You dare hurt our boss? I'll tear you both to pieces. Swords, return. There, I've crippled both your techniques. I'll spare your lives, now get out of here. Thank you, sir. The peach blossoms on the mountain bloomed. Disciple, I must return. Master, whenever you want to go out, I'll send someone to carry you in a palanquin. Master's straw sandals are humble, but they don't belong in a fancy palanquin. He left. Hey, did you hear? Gu Yuan's master crushed 10,000 sect peak with one strike. I'm telling you in secret, don't spread it. Gu Yuan's master leveled an entire sect with a single sword strike. Do you know Gu Yuan's master can eat an entire family-sized bucket in one sitting? Whoa, that impressive? No way someone can finish a whole family bucket alone. From that day on, word spread through the martial world that Gu Yuan had an extraordinarily powerful master, and no one dared touch Gu Yuan again, not even a hair. Master, crying again? What snacks did you bring this time? Then answer my question first and I'll let you eat. That Gu Yuan, how is he doing? Wang Ye, stop waiting. Gu Yuan's heart has long since chased the falling blossoms to the edge of the sky. So that's truly what he feels. I understand now. Gu Yuan, this obsession of yours is hard to let go. One day your youth will fade, and you'll be left utterly alone, with no one by your side. Rumors spread that Chen Jun and Gu Yuan's bond ran deep, and Gu Yuan's enemies tried every trick to drive a wedge between them, but none of it worked. Chen Jun never once interfered with his disciples' choices, except once, when Chen Jun grew truly furious. When you were young, I walked every hill and field with you, watched the first peach blossoms open, watched new grass grow, all just to help you calm your mind, to draw in the spirit of these mountains, to nurture a gentle, kind nature. 18 members of House Huo. The old, the weak, women, children, all among them. When your blade fell, did you spare even a thought for Master's efforts? Why did I only cripple techniques, not take a life? Disciple, if you want revenge for your parents, want the sect leader's seat, I won't stop you. But I fear that fighting monsters, you'll sink deep into that same mire and end up dragging yourself down into hell. Master, you're too naive. Cruelty and cunning are carved into House Huo's very blood. If I show mercy today, it'll be my own bones left to rot in the wild tomorrow. Never forget how they slaughtered my family. Not for a single moment have I forgotten. I too was once a child in a cradle. Children grow up, they learn to hate. They pursue revenge without regard for themselves. I know this all too well, because that's exactly the road I walked. Master, I'm already trapped in a prison of my own making. Where is hell? I looked around. Hell was everywhere. That day I followed quietly behind Chen Jun, and he looked like an abandoned garden overrun with weeds, old wounds grown into endless thorns, quietly swallowing up everything that once made him whole. In the years that followed, Chen Jun, who once loved to joke, grew quiet and withdrawn. Only Wang Ye could still exchange a few words with him. He shut himself in almost all day, and letters from the Kangchuan sect stopped coming altogether. 5 or 6 years later, the long broken letters suddenly resumed. From once every 6 months, to once every 2 months, then monthly, until finally they came almost every month. Master, I heard the Kangchuan sect has a new leader now, a middle-aged man surnamed Gu. Ah, this kid. This past year he's written me far more letters, mostly about everyday little things and childhood memories. Maybe he started feeling lonely too. Sect leader Gu doesn't have much time left. What? Master, I can finally come home. The peach tree I planted died. I don't know how to grow them. Master, could you come take a look sometime? A cat carried off fish from the pond. It lingered around for days and I couldn't bring myself to chase it off. Now it's harmed the whole koi family in the pond. Master, come see this cat. You've always gotten along well with these furry creatures. I've been trying to do good. I did terrible things in my early years. I don't blame Master for calling me cruel and giving up on me. A silver hair sprouted at my temple. Master might still see me the way I looked as a child growing up by your side. When the day of our reunion came, Master mistook me for someone else. The peach blossoms had finally bloomed. If only I could see Master. After Gu Yuan died, Chen Jun wanted to bring his disciple's body back to Peach Blossom Mountain, but the Kangchuan sect refused. Sir, this goes against protocol. What's not proper about it? You worked my disciple to death, and now you want to keep him here to guard the mountain too? This was sect leader Gu's dying wish. I have already betrayed Master's patient guidance, and have no face to see him again. When I die, bury me here at the Kangchuan sect. I don't believe a soul as sin-laden as mine deserves another life. But if there is a next life, I hope to meet Master again. The old home didn't know it then. That one word, reunion, would trap Chen Jun for another 1,000 years, and cost another person their whole life. A falling out between master and disciple. Master, I'm back. So, this is Doggo's grave. Ah, you should call him Brother Doggo. You've been rambling for 2 hours now. Eating a meal at your place is a real chore. There's no such thing as a free lunch. Lu Yunxi, legitimate daughter of the former emperor. General Li Li seized power, slaughtering her father and brothers. Her nanny was separated from her amid the chaos of war, and from then on she wandered until reaching Peach Blossom Mountain. This happened just days ago. After going hungry for days, Lu Yunxi was about to steal a duck from Chen Jun's house to cook and eat, but Chen Jun caught her red-handed. You want to eat that duck, don't you? Shh, quiet. Hold on, caught you. I'll give you a duck leg. How dare you steal my duck? I'll have you thrown in prison. Ugh, so stingy. Fine, I'll leave then. Let go of me. Tell, you what, become my disciple. What's in it for me? Oh, plenty of benefits, 5-star treatment, room and board covered, sleep in every day. Meals and lodging included, at least you won't go hungry. This Guy looks kind of dumb but fine. Great, now put me down. You stole my duck, so from now on I'll call you Missy. I'm Lu Yunxi, not Missy. Missy it is. Alright Missy, you'll need to earn your keep, Missy. So-called 5-star treatment, all lies. So much for sleeping in. I get up earlier than a dog and go to bed later than a pig. This is miserable. Why? Does only Master get to relax? Impatient. That's you relaxing? Master is meditating, eyes closed, in communion with heaven, at one with all things. You're too young to grasp its depths. You're bluffing again. Don't be so skeptical. Back in his day, your senior brother Gu Yuan walked this same path, step by step, steady and sure. This isn't Master gaslighting you. You're honestly the worst disciple I've ever trained. You talk like you were Master to the old friend of the Kangshuan sect's former sect leader. It's been over 50 years now. Don't believe me? Go ask Cheng Chi yourself. Sect. Leader Cheng passed away not long ago. Oh, well, no one left to prove it then. Should I have him visit your dreams? No thanks, I couldn't handle that. Masters, got a few gifts for you. For me? Not bad, a peerless technique. Chenny, how do you read this character? Master's asleep. Don't tell me you can't read either. Masters. Not illiterate, Master just can't make it out. Chenny, I'll never forget your kindness. This is where we part ways. Oh, wait, Master just had a sudden flash of insight, I can read it now. Don't lie to me. Lying again would be rude. Master's business. How is that lying? Can you really bear to leave? Think of Master. Think of the pots, pans, and axe you've lived beside all these years. Hey, stop. I'm not lying. Master really can read. Let me teach you. Really? Chenny, you're daydreaming again. Snapping out of memory, a decade had passed like a long dream, and the girl had grown into a graceful young woman bathed in moonlight, glancing back into the distance. Chenny, watch out! Chenny's still the best. Flattering me with your mouth, then sneaking off to assassinate me at midnight. Missy trying to trick Master, you've got a long way to go. Master regrets teaching you that technique now. This girl's got boundless energy every day, refuses to actually study the sword manual, and just keeps dragging me into sparring. Master much prefers quiet contemplation, lying down whenever possible, never sitting. Not laziness, of course. You force me into it, so I resort to sneaky tricks, each nastier than the last, sneaking into your room at midnight to assassinate you. Using me as your sparring dummy, such a devoted son. Well, who told you to be this lazy? You won't even spar with me. Heh! Missy was a wild, untamed girl at heart. Unlike Doggo, who grew up freely on Peach Blossom Mountain by my side, she came from beyond the mountain. She was always gazing far into the distance, half of her heart forever wandering. And I knew Missy would leave someday, just like Gu Yuan, born carrying a destiny. Master, I'm leaving. Yunxi, Master will always be here. That was the first time I'd heard Master use my full name. It felt strange and new, but I could feel something quietly shifting. Maybe what Master meant was once I walked out this door, I could only be Lu Yunxi, and the Missy Master loved to tease would stay behind on Peach Blossom Mountain. Chenny, I'm really leaving now. Missy, don't go. If I don't, will you support me forever? I'll support you. Just take care of yourself. After leaving the mountain, I took the alias Wang Air and infiltrated Lily's army camp, beginning my path of revenge. To earn Lily's trust, I took blades meant for him, tested poisons for him, offered clever strategies again and again. Yet Lily stayed lukewarm toward me. Wanger really is talented. Why not consider promoting him? That sounds like he's trying to get close to you. Oh, is that so? You fool. How did you even become a centurion? I earned it step by step, honestly, sir. Get out. Shh. Fine. Drop it then. Who needs the attitude? My sworn enemy stood just steps away, yet there was nothing I could do. As the battle neared victory, and Lily returned to the capital, getting close to him became nearly impossible. Wanger, something troubling you? Come to your brother. Secretly, I am Li. Don't worry, I'll get you some fun. In a couple days there's a victory feast for the general, and the local officials are presenting a group of beauties. Their dancing is stunning. I'll ask my uncle to let you join too. He thinks highly of you, he'll say yes. Where are these women staying? Now Wanger, don't get any wicked ideas. The general gets first pick, of course, right? Relax, I'll defer to the general. At the midday feast, the dancers offered by local officials performed, but tonight there was one especially striking beauty. Her face veiled, slender-waisted, lotus-faced, stepping forward with graceful lotus steps. Her dancing wasn't as polished as the others, but her delicate figure gave it a charm all its own. As the dance ended, Li couldn't wait. He took the most beautiful dancer for himself. Back in his tent, Li was unusually clear-headed. You're from the Lu family, the royal Lu clan. Their eyes are a lighter shade than ordinary people's. Someone else might miss it, but I know your entire bloodline all too well. When I set out to wipe out your family, I hunted down everyone with unusual eye color, pried open their eyes one by one to confirm, and killed them one by one. Were there mistakes? Perhaps. But what does it matter now? What? A shame, even with all that care, one still slipped through the net. Your Highness the Princess, I truly didn't expect to meet you in a setting like this. The late Emperor, were he watching from the grave, would surely sigh. The daughter he endured such torture to protect turned out foolish enough to walk right into the trap. What a shame, what a shame. Old man, are you finished? If so, it's time you were on your way. What a shame. Must it really come to the heavenly thunder talisman? Once cast, there's no turning back. It would send both Li and me to the underworld together, shattering even our souls. No next life. Chenny, farewell. What a shame. A shame that my skills weren't enough. A shame I couldn't avenge the Lu clan. A shame that the last of the royal bloodline must wither away right here. You too. It's not a shame. It's pathetic. Disciple, don't cry, don't cry. It's not such a big deal. Didn't I already say Master will always be here? I thought that meant you didn't want me anymore since you never left the mountain. You've got it all wrong. I meant if something's wrong, come find Master. Why bear it alone? Ugh. After what happened with Doggo, my heart's been on edge ever since. The moment Missy left, I couldn't sit still either. Go find Wangya, why don't you? Master Chen, is something troubling you? No, I'm just not used to. Your mind's clearly somewhere else. Just like it was 50-some years ago. What kind of disciples have I even raised? One after another, all they think about is running off beyond the mountain. What's even out there worth chasing? Feuds, hatred, endless scheming. People out there are experts at deception. People, when they're young, dream of wandering the world, sword in hand, wanting to see the world's splendor. A young heart always carries a little recklessness. Now you've made your home everywhere, doody-doo. Still waiting. Am I getting off track here? Haha, Peach Blossom Mountain. A place so beautiful it barely feels of this world. The mountains, the waters, the people here, all too pure, too untouched. Travelers from beyond can't bear to bring the outside world's tangled fate here to taint this untouched land. They always say, wait, just wait a little longer. Once everything's over, you'll come back here and never touch worldly affairs again. Your eldest and second disciples. They're both people from beyond the mountain. Ties formed out there are hard to undo. My own youngest grandson left Peach Blossom Mountain for the town this year. Restless little heart, went off to apprentice under a master, determined to make something of himself. Ah, one more bowl and pair of chopsticks at home wouldn't have broken us. Life out there is hard. His master's strict, raps his knuckles for mistakes, and me, my legs have gone bad, but I still think of him, night after night, unable to sleep. So eventually I had his father borrow the neighbor's carto pull me into town to see him. The moment my grandson saw me, he burst into tears. How could anyone who's gone far from home not miss it? He couldn't come back, so I had to go to him instead. At my age, how many days do I even have left? Every visit is one visit closer to the last, so it's not that Master longs for the scenery beyond the mountain. He simply can't find his way home. From that day on, Chen Jun left Peach Blossom Mountain, setting out to find Lu Yunxi's trail. Years before, he'd left the mountain just as lightly, and now he appeared before Lu Yunxi once again. Who are you? Anyone tied to the Lu clan's remnants shares their guilt. Uh-oh, I nearly forgot about you, my apologies. You can all join them in the grave. Done fighting yet? My turn. A gust of wind. Chenny, what happened to him? All 5 senses gone. You want him dead? Master can handle that for you. You want to let him go? No? Little one, don't interfere. I'll handle the rest. Little one never belonged to this mortal world, was never meant to be tangled in it. It's only because of me that he got dragged into these worldly affairs. Little one, go home now. The peach blossoms are about to bloom on the mountain. Yunxi, stay safe, stay happy. I will, little one, don't worry. I didn't kill Li, I used goo poison to control him instead, using him to seize power within the army for myself, and at the same time reached out to what remains of my father's faction, asking them to help me reclaim the throne. This girl was always too proud to ask for help, always sharing the good news, hiding the bad, a few casual lines hiding who knows how much, struggle behind them, how much filth she must have endured to build the power she needed. Don't push yourself too hard. When you're exhausted, come find Master. Master doesn't understand politics, but Master can make opposing voices disappear. Chenny, you're still exactly the same. That's exactly why I can't drag you into this. Just kill me. I have no more use to you now. You killed my 2 sons, my 3 brothers, didn't even spare a child of another surname. Lu Yunxi, what more do you want? I don't hate you. Ha ha ha. You say you don't hate me? How could you not hate me? How could you possibly not? You're a princess of the fallen dynasty who suffered endless cruelty. You wiped out the Li family, guilty and innocent alike. You spared not a single one. And you say you don't hate me? I don't hate you. If I truly hated you, I wouldn't have spared you back then in the army camp. Hatred is an emotion that strips a person of reason. Don't hate you. You and I are the same kind of person. This road was always destined to grow narrower and narrower, a lifetime of cold solitude. Whatever you do, don't look back. This settles it between us. A remnant of the old dynasty daring to dream of the throne? And a woman, no less. General Li may be dead, but the boy emperor he propped up still sits the throne. If you want to move against him, ask the border army first. Tell me, who do you think is really eyeing that throne right now? Am I the only one here who doesn't want bloodshed? Then step aside. The boy emperor is a puppet. Killing him is easy, but afterward, the royal clans, the vassal lords, the border army, all of them will revolt. Your Highness, how many possibilities have you calculated? 32,700. Only one path leads through. How much blood will it take? I don't mind breaking my sword once more. When do we move? Tonight. Chenny, save me. Yunshi, no, I have to go see. What's going on? Yunshi, I already lost Doggo. I won't lose you too, Missy. Chenny, Yunshi, am I dreaming? How am I seeing you? Or, am I already dead? Don't talk nonsense. Master's here, nothing will happen to you. Is this what I wanted? Is this really what I want? What do I actually want? Whatever you want, my disciple, your master will get it for you. Master, I want the throne. I want the whole realm. All right, give me the time of one song. Run. This is Prince Ma's overwhelming might. What kind of monster is this? We really got played by the money men. Old Ma. That day, the Peach Blossom Immortal descended the mountain once more. For his disciples' sake, his fleeting, breathtaking figure appeared like a dream. Everyone present sank into that dream and perished. The emperor was dead. The former dynasty's grand princess, Lu Yunshi, was crowned the new empress. Long live her majesty, long live, long live. You're unharmed now, but it was still because of you that Chenny had to come this far. Every force that threatened Yunshi is gone now. It's time for me to go. The cheering and screaming from that day keeps surfacing in her dreams. She wakes with a start every night. She can't even sleep properly. Maybe it's best not to return to Peach Blossom Mountain yet. Going far away might help her forget. Standing at the very top is never easy. Success is only shelter from the rain for a moment. Protecting the people is the true struggle of a lifetime. You must walk among ordinary folk and feel their hardships for yourself. Only by understanding the suffering of the world can you truly hold this realm and become a worthy ruler. Sandy, I'm so hungry. Hang on a little longer, I'll go pick you some fruit. Sandy, look, there's someone lying quietly under that tree. Could he already be gone? How pitiful. If he really has passed, then let's give him a proper burial. Let him rest in peace. What are you two doing? I only took a nap. Why am I being buried already? Sandy, we brought him back to life. Then take us out for a big feast. Consider it repayment for saving your life. Exactly. Is burying someone alive your idea of saving them? Sandy, I want that feast. Take us. Haha, fine, you two little rascals. Come on, let's go. Hey, slow down. Sandy, Dune, who are your parents? My father used to be a village school teacher, but he fell seriously ill. My mother ran off, leaving him all alone. Changji had it even worse. He's the son of the landlord's concubine, bullied by the first wife. He couldn't even get enough to eat, so he ran away on his own. Is that true? It's true. If I'm lying, don't feed me. Fake. Moneybag, sir, I'm Chenjun. Chenjun, sir, my sister and I have been wandering a long time. We've been through a lot. If you can't take both of us in, could you at least keep just you? What are you saying? Take my brother in. I'll leave. You two really care about each other. I'm almost in tears. So, will you take us in? I'll answer you in the most direct, the most plain, the most objective, the most honest, the most concise, the most straightforward way possible. You both have to leave. It's boiling hot out and you can say something that cold. Just cooling you off, chasing away the heat. Wouldn't want your heads getting any wild ideas. What a joke. Come on, you two little con artists, let's go. Let him rot away in his own pile of money. It's not even New Year's yet, no need for lucky sayings, but I love hearing them. We have hands and feet, we can fend for ourselves. Don't worry, I won't let you go hungry. Someone this nice, surely not a con artist. Well, if it isn't little Sandy and Dune. You don't even study, why hire a page boy? Who says I don't study? I happen to be quite learned. Then why haven't you passed the imperial exams? Couldn't pass. I don't sit for the top honor because I don't feel like it. Shh, don't look down on people, little girl. Do you even know who the current empress is? Of course I do. She works hard, she loves her people. Though she is a woman, her wisdom and strategy fall short of no man's. The whole realm is at peace now, inside and out, all thanks to her. In the 10-some years since leaving Lu Yunshi, he had heard plenty of people praising the empress. Every time I hear it, I stop and listen closely. Moneybags, are you about to cry? I'm hiring a page boy, not someone with bad eyesight. Oh, must be my imagination then. So why did you suddenly bring up the empress? No reason, just thinking of a beloved disciple, that's all. Are you saying your disciple is Changyi? Let's go, our master's not quite right in the head. Guess we can't argue with that. In the end, Sandy and Dune stayed on, no other reason. It was simply because he'd given them far too much. Too cold, add some hot water. Too hot, set it aside to cool. Are you feeling down? Haven't seen my disciple in over 10 years. I miss her. Go ahead and fool us with the empress bit, just don't fool yourself. Aw, moneybags, why are you so good to us? Sandy, I want some too, because it's expired. I knew you were being suspiciously generous. Well then, Master will show you the world. Starting today, we head north. Time to meet your second senior sister. How do we even get into the palace? Climb the wall, obviously. Pushing Master aside. I'll only demonstrate this once, watch closely. Here comes your wall. Ow, ow, my poor back. Ow, ow, stop hitting. Ow, ow. Chenny's here. Why didn't you tell me ahead of time? Don't tell me. The Empress really is his disciple. Moneybags is way too good at bluffing. Even fooled the Empress all for two little brats. Can it just be the truth? Chenny, still as funny as ever. Didn't think it through on the way here. Guess I've made a mess for your palace staff. Not bad, not bad. The palace really is heavily guarded. Enough, enough. Everyone leave us. Chenny, come with me for a moment. Are those two children you took in? Ha, pick them up on the road. Those two children are demon kind. So you noticed. A demon's nature can change completely as it grows older. Right now they're still underage, so they seem harmless, but once they come of age, their true nature becomes impossible to predict. What? So this counts as harmless for them? What makes demonkind terrifying is the unknown. They're cunning and vicious. Most of them carry a kind of pure malice. I'm afraid you're pouring too much of your heart and energy into them. In the end, all that's left is heartbreak. My eldest disciple was the same as me, walking into the mire of vengeance with eyes wide open. Disappointed, I even refused to see him for a time. And his early death plunged me into grief all over again. I don't want him to walk that same path. Chenny, I wish it hadn't been me you met first. But I've never once regretted meeting you, even if someday you come to regret. Ever taking in a disciple as scheming and vicious as me, I still won't regret it, not even to my dying day. Ah, what's happening? An assassin. Those two children. Thanks to you, really. That letter you once left me. It was the first time I ever looked at the world through the eyes of an ordinary person. So I began traveling in disguise, experiencing the lives of common folk firsthand. Your Majesty, this is the 7th petition we've submitted, begging you to secure an heir. My heart holds only matters of state, not personal affairs. You already know that. But this realm must have someone to carry it forward. There has always been one person living in my heart. You needn't try to persuade me further. But Your Majesty, I've already arranged everything. The realm will have its heir in due time. Mama, wake up. We got the medicine. Please wake up. Let's go. Mama, I don't. Your mother's only sleeping. You must be hungry, child. Here, eat something first. Elder, what's happened to this place? Why are there people freezing, starving, and dying of illness all along the roadside? The famine's been brutal these past 2 years, and this land has no ruler to speak of. War breaks out constantly, and the people can't survive. My own son died on the battlefield. My wife passed from illness not long ago, too, after I buried her. I had nothing left tying me here. I planned to head to the Heartland to seek out relatives. I passed by and saw these two children, felt sorry for them, and gave them these 2 buns. I lost my parents this young too. Elder, here's some money for the road, please take it. Miss, thank you for your kindness, but this is far too much. I'm an old man with not much time left. Take this money and use it to help someone who truly needs it. I have enough dried rations in my chest to get me to the Heartland. Then come with me. Such a shame it's summer, otherwise I'd love to see the winter plum blossoms. Sir, it isn't even blooming season yet. How does he even know that? And where did this come from? It's the height of summer. Where could winter plums possibly bloom? My disciple, is this truly what your heart seeks? From then on, the peach blossom immortal grew quieter and quieter, until the day Chenjun sat the children down and told them a story about a goose. Sit down and listen closely. Here comes a little quiz. Whoever understands what the big white goose was thinking gets candy from me. Yay! Moneybags, go on then. Once, there was a peach blossom mountain, and on it stood a peach blossom shrine. In the shrine lived a peach blossom immortal, and the immortal kept a big white goose. The old immortal couldn't bear to eat it, and it lived past 200 years, free to bully cats and tease dogs every day. It slowly became the terror of the village. Then one day, a villager brought home a little female goose. From that day on, the big white goose thought of nothing else, staying by the little goose's side all day long. It would carry most of its own food out of the coop and set it aside for her, quietly keeping her company as she ate. As time went on, the little goose's feathers grew thick, her body slowly filling out and growing round. The big white goose watched the little goose he had raised with his own care and thought, nothing in the world could be better than this. Then one day the little goose vanished from the village, leaving nothing behind but an empty coop. Perhaps she'd been sold off, or perhaps the big white goose lost his appetite for days on end. The old immortal saddened too, let him wander outside to clear his mind. 7 days later, the big white goose returned, spirits restored, as though nothing had ever happened. Not long after, another little goose arrived in the village. The immortal tried to keep him away, but the big white goose snuck off to see her anyway, still setting aside half his food for her, treating her just as gently as before. Chenny, what did the big white goose see during those days? Did he find the little goose? That goose saw nothing at all. He didn't see his little goose, and he didn't see any other goose. On the edge of Peach Blossom Mountain, there wasn't a single feather to be found, only a peach petal fell before him. The petal wasn't even beautiful. He thought, if withering and parting are unavoidable, then let me at least for one moment have witnessed that flower in full bloom. Meanwhile, the immortal was thinking, the big white goose has been out and about for so many days, his meat must be nice and plump by now, and so he roasted him and ate him. The poor goose. Hey, you clearly just don't want to give us any candy. What do you mean he roasted the goose? What kind of careless ending is that for a story? Geese can't talk. The one standing beneath the falling petals. That was the immortal, wasn't it? After that day, Chen Jun's mood mysteriously lifted. But what happened next would set the stage for what followed. Are you really leaving? Can't you just stay and keep me company? I feel like going out for a walk. Are you heading back to Peach Blossom Mountain? I'm under no obligation to share. Guards, are you really going to have me seized? No obligation to inform you either. This one looks awfully clean and well kept. He's been getting special treatment these past few days too. I heard the general has a certain preference. I'm almost embarrassed to say it. Don't ask what you shouldn't ask. Damn it. Just wait till I get something on the general. You dare treat me like this? Heh. What crime did you commit? Confess honestly. The crime of stealing a heart. Just kidding, haha. Playing me for a fool, are you? I'll teach you a lesson. Easy now. Know why your old man never lets you talk too much? Because, well, I've got connections up top. Connections, so what? For someone so mighty, you still ended up locked in here. This place can't hold me for long. But being locked up for now suits us. Moneybags. That man is way too cruel. Sandy, Dune, this place is honestly unfit for humans. Filthy and chaotic, and the guards bully everyone. I can't survive here even one more day. Damn it, how is this guy more shameless than me? Feeding time. Moneybags, once I'm out I'm eating so much I'll clean out the entire national treasury's rice supply. General, what brings you here? Forgive my poor welcome. Leave us. I have something to discuss with him. After the general's visit that night he had fine wine and dishes brought in, along with quilts and clothing. You said before that you stole someone's heart. Did I? Yes, absolutely, my memory's excellent. That person you mentioned, don't tell me that person is the general himself. Your majesty, leave us. This lowly one obeys, taking leave at once. I had wondered, long before this, what it would be like for master and disciple to meet somewhere beyond Peach Blossom Mountain. What kind of scene would it be? Master, how does this moment feel to you? Far, far from what you'd imagined. I'm separated from the moon by a single wall, and from my disciple by that same wall. Yunxi, when did this crack between us begin to form? The one standing before me now? Is she my disciple, or is she the empress? Empress or disciple, does it even matter anymore? The lines have blurred beyond telling, muddled past clarity. Heavy snow has been falling for days now, not fit for traveling. Chenny, wait until spring's warmth returns before you head back. There's no rush. It's my senior brother's death anniversary. Why insist on returning to the mountain now? Master, disciple, we've been apart for over 10 years. Master, there's still so much of the past I want to share with you. Yunxi, your master asks you this. Answer honestly. If your master asked you to come back to Peach Blossom Mountain with me right now, would you say yes? Lu Yunxi had no idea how to answer that question. He was an emperor now, one who had coexisted with power for far too long. Power possessed him even as he possessed it. Those days on Peach Blossom Mountain felt like another lifetime. Asking him to return there would be no less than living through a whole reincarnation. You see, you have your palace, and your master has his Peach Blossom Mountain. You won't leave the palace. And your master's place will always be on that mountain. Master, you're an immortal who lives forever. I'm just a mortal. I'll be the one to leave this world first. So why can't you stay by my side, for the rest of my life? Yunxi, it's not that your master means to be cruel. Staying by your side would be easy enough. I can watch over 1,000-year bloom, so of course I have the patience to walk beside you the rest of your days. Then, but is companionship truly all your heart seeks? Your master can do a great many things for you, but there are things even your master cannot do. I finally understood beneath Chenny's gentleness lay nothing but restraint. On Peach Blossom Mountain when I sought a secret manual, he taught me every unrivaled technique he knew, holding nothing back. In the army camp, when I wished to strike down an enemy myself, he delivered that enemy straight into my hands, letting me do as I pleased. Amid war and fire I swore I would never again suffer humiliation, and with his own hands, he lifted me to stand above 10,000 others. Status, power, I had it all now, so why, sitting in this seat, did I feel nothing but emptiness all around me? I could see the lights of 10,000 homes, yet nowhere could I find my own shadow. I finally understood what I truly wanted. What is it? I want your eyes to hold no one but me. That's all. I want a whole heart, one that belongs only to me. Yunxi, your master has always been here. When you were young and had no one, your master stayed by your side. When you left the mountain to face a world full of enemies, your master stood behind you. And now that you've achieved everything and are finally safe from now on, Your master will simply stay here on Peach Blossom Mountain, quietly growing old with the passing years. Your heart is like the gates of this mountain, always open to everyone, never reserved for just one person alone. In this world, a cage never traps the one inside it. In the end, it's the one standing outside, unable to let go, who's truly trapped. And that's me. Guards, open the gate, let the Imperial Tutor go home. Moneybags, how did the Emperor ever agree to let you leave? Shh, I broke out of prison. Then doesn't that make us fugitives now? How did I go from beggar to fugitive? My status just keeps dropping. The one true prophet in this room, trust me, we're done for. He won't send anyone after us. If you had this ability all along, why escape only today? A man of my refined taste naturally has to pick an auspicious day for a jailbreak. Listen to yourself. Does that even sound like something a sane person would say? The so-called auspicious day was simply whenever he was truly willing to let me go. Master, I understand the reasoning, sure, but why is your backside all swollen? Ah, never mind, ha ha ha. Disrespecting me? Drag him out and give him 500 strikes. Mercy. Damn it, I knew it, you're still just as bad as ever. So mean. Chenjun, Citizen Chenjun, you're under arrest. Ugh, you've been watching too many cartoons. Swear it, swear it, swear it, swear it, swear it. The moment I returned to Peach Blossom Mountain, the first thing I did was bring Sandy and Dune to sweep their eldest senior brother's grave. So this is that legendary, well-behaved eldest senior brother of yours. He was famously well-trained, ate when hungry, drank when thirsty, came home when it rained, even used the bathroom on his own. Master, is that really how you compliment someone? Sandy, Dune, you will not disrespect your senior brother. Hey, my bad. Moneybags, but honestly, when it all comes down to it, life ends the same way. One handful of yellow dirt. Sooner or later I'll end up buried beside my senior brother too. Same goes for Changyi. Fair point. Might as well dig 2 extra graves while we're at it, just to have them ready. Ha 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 ha. Master, this spot right here is empty. It's saved for you, Lou. Senior sister. We've paid our respects to our senior brother now. You two head back first. Huh, kicking us out already? Chenny, I only had you struck a few times. And you're holding this much of a grudge building me a whole tombstone? Don't tell me this grave was dug just for me. Well, since you're here, why not just lie down in it? Might as well measure the fit. No thank you. Don't be so petty. You could carve your own name on it too. Just returning the favor. Today is senior brother Goo's death anniversary, isn't it? I still remember when I was little, every year on this day you'd climb the mountain alone. You never once let me come with you. Later on, I secretly followed you up here a few times. Every single time, I'd find you dead drunk in front of his grave. Doggo, I'll drink to you first. Master, I've been a poor disciple. No, wait, Master, you must be so lonely. Here, one more cup for you. So Master had moments of heartbreak like this too, it turned out. It was roughly 40 years after my senior brother passed before you took me in. All these years later, you still haven't been able to move past it. Is this the price of immortality? On my way here, I was wondering what Chenny, standing before an old friend's grave now, would look like. It seems that pain has faded for you by now. It's not so much faded. Memory is a thing that's hard to put into words. In the years right after Doggo passed, every time I remembered I never got to see him one last time, I wanted to die from the pain. Later, that regret and grief slowly settled, and instead, I found myself remembering the 16 years Doggo and I spent together on Peach Blossom Mountain. I always think of Doggo practicing his sword in the courtyard back then, of how he'd argue with me every time, and when he lost the argument, he'd sit sulking on the high doorstep. I remember, too, that when he first learned to speak, his very first word wasn't father or mother. It was master of all things. I still remember that afternoon, a wooden basin drifting downstream, and Doggo laughing so hard his eyes crinkled into crescents, all teeth and no eyes. Time always strips away the dross and keeps what's pure, and in the end, everything left in my heart turned out to be nothing but the good memories. Chenny, will you miss me like this too someday? I only hope that day comes as late as possible, precisely because you're so good in every way I can never quite let go. Moneybags, run, the Emperor's come to arrest you herself. What do you want with me? Chenny, seems like your little junior sister doesn't much like me. Have you been bad-mouthing me behind my back? Master would never do such a thing. He'd never talk about anyone behind their back. Ha ha ha, Dune really gets me. I always say things straight to your face. You've really got some nerve saying that, ha 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 ha. I stayed on the mountain for one more day, and though it was brief, it was enough to clear up the misunderstanding between me and Sandy and Dune. My brother's always been dead serious about cultivation, determined to inherit every last bit of master's skill. And what about you? Chenny took you on as a disciple too. Don't you have even a shred of ambition? I told Moneybags his disciples all seemed cursed with rough luck. I was a drifter to begin with nothing to hold on to. So I never dared take anything too seriously, afraid I wouldn't even live to old age. Those of us with something we truly seek. Peach Blossom Mountain has never kept those weighed down by scattered desires. You want for nothing either, and that's exactly why you can stay here for good. Chenny must have shown you senior brother Goo's grave already, hasn't he? There's something I've never understood. Moneybags is immortal, and his disciples will always leave this world before him. When his old disciple died, he was heartbroken. Though he never says it outright. I can see it. So why does he keep taking on new disciples? What else can he do? A new disciple means a new story. New stories become new memories, layering and weaving together. That's how Chenny's life stays rich and full of color. If someone who lives forever only stays trapped in the past, replaying the same memories over and over, that would be far too sad a fate. Your background isn't ordinary, is it? Don't be alarmed. I'm not asking to interrogate you. My eldest senior brother and I each carried our own secrets and burdens. I imagine you're the same, but you at least still have a choice, whether to leave this mountain or not. Chenny won't stop you, but understand this, once someone leaves the mountain, coming back becomes much harder. Why not stay a few more days? Stay a few more days and I'm afraid I might just end up burning this whole mountain down. Just to force you to come back to the capital with me. Master, I'm leaving. Chenny, you big idiot. Forget it. Chenny, be happy every single day. I thought this time we probably wouldn't meet again. I knew this joy I felt for my master would only keep growing with each passing day, and the obsession running through my bones would sooner or later drive me to do something I'd regret. To meet is as good as never meeting. What use is feeling, if not to feel nothing at all? So let this parting set us both free. Transform. Keep transforming. Meow. Like a blossom turning into a butterfly. Sandy, it's Master. Master, why are you biting me? Oh, sorry about that. I got a little too into playing an adorable kitten. Meow. Master, even though Sandy just hit you, you're still amazing. No matter how hard I try, I just can't learn that move. The mirroring art is by far the most intricate technique there is. It lets the caster transform into whatever the target desires most or fears most deep in their heart, using that to defeat an enemy. It's fine, not measuring up to Master isn't shameful. He's a once-in-a-millennium genius after all. Hehehe. Ah, if you don't know how to comfort someone, maybe say less. So what, can't I even speak the truth? The reason you can't learn this last move might have something to do with what you're trying to summon. Moneybags' heart is like a solid lump of iron. Nothing he fears, nothing he desires. Ah, so that's how it is. What's how it is? Ow. Master's heart is made of flesh too, you know. Don't listen to your sister's nonsense. Your disciple admits her mistake, Master. Ha 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 ha. It's very late now. Chang Yi, go on to bed. But it's morning right now, isn't it? When I tell you to go, you go. Okay. My brother's been suffering from a chronic illness. I hope you can find a way to help, Moneybags. I'll gladly serve you like an ox or a horse to repay the debt. You're just a child, no need to be anyone's ox or horse. Just focus on being a child, leave the rest to me. Don't worry yourself over it. Dune's old illness always flares up deep in the night. At its shortest, it lasts one night. At its longest, 7 days. There's nothing to do but keep channeling spiritual energy into the meridians all across his body to stabilize his condition. Let me do it, Master, you should rest a while. Slacking off during regular training is one thing, but now, of all times, you want to gamble your brother's life on it? Sandy, I'm going to go practice swordplay with Master. Chang Yi, you've only just recovered. Don't rush into sword practice yet. Sick? Since when am I sick? Come with me into the mountains to gather firewood. But I want to practice my sword. Gathering firewood is so boring. You can practice after we're done. Come on, Sandy, let's go down the mountain to collect branches. Chang Yi, you are not allowed off this mountain. If you go down that mountain, I will follow you. You'd only follow me down there to get me killed, because the moment you leave this mountain, you'll betray it. You'll shatter the dream and you'll break his heart. Back then, still young, I secretly resented how overbearing my sister could be. It was only later that I understood. Those words were both a prophecy and an ending. Winter gave way to spring, year after year, and before long, both children had come of age. And yet somehow, every single day still ended in nothing but arguing. You're disturbing my sleep. Shin Changye, what's even fun about the bottom of the mountain? Isn't it better to stay safe at home practicing your sword and reading? Fine, I won't go then. Do you really need to be this angry about it? So how come it's fine whenever Master takes us down the mountain? Ah, Moneybags, what do we do? Don't worry, I'll figure something out. The sleeping sickness has many tangled causes. The patient truly needs to come in for an examination himself. When will the shopkeeper come by the shop for a visit? The sleeping sickness is notoriously difficult to cure at the root. I'm afraid my humble skills can't find a cure. This sleeping sickness likely stems from a congenital root cause. When will the shopkeeper come by? Every single one just wants him to come by the shop. You've all colluded on this, haven't you? I have a solution. Come see me. Ah, seems there's no other way then. You're leaving the mountain? Did I wake you? I wasn't really asleep anyway. Dune's illness cannot wait any longer. He's been falling into these deep sleeps for longer and longer stretches lately. I'm afraid if this continues, one day he simply won't wake up at all. This journey I'm about to take has no fixed return date. Sandy, you and Dune both need to behave and stay safe. Master, don't worry. There's no need to worry about anything here on the mountain. I'll make sure to take good care of Chang Yi. You still haven't understood. Your master needs you to take care of yourself, too. Me? What could possibly happen to me? I've been perfectly fine all these years on the mountain, haven't I? Never mind, I won't nag any further, or you'll only complain that I'm going on again. I'm off. Other people travel far to see a lover. Me, I'm going to go see an enemy. You're awake. Sandy, what's out there beyond the mountain? What kind of question is that? You spent your childhood wandering out there yourself. That was a long, long time ago. We've been on Peach Blossom Mountain so long now I've nearly forgotten what the world beyond it even looks like. You want to go down the mountain? Master has sheltered us so well. Those years of loneliness and drifting have long since faded away. Now all that's left is this one peaceful haven. So, what's wrong with this kind of peace? But we're too weak. If one day Master were to fall ill, or if someone were to destroy this place, who would protect Master? Who would be able to defend this peach garden? Go to sleep, Chang'e. There's no rush to think about all this. Not until you've fully recovered. Sir, you seem so eager. Are you here to see a lover? Not a lover, an enemy. Another broke customer. The head manager is here. The deputy manager is waiting inside for you. This young man barely looks 20. He's the head manager? Blind fools failing to recognize a man of worth. What noble dresses this cheap? Ha, enough of that. Take me to see him. This way, please. Master Xia, been well? Surprised you'd leave that shabby little mountain of yours. Watch your words calling it shabby. Hey, stop struggling. The more you move, the tighter it gets. An immortal binding rope. Well now, Xiahan, you've gotten twisted. Using a weapon like this on the immortal who saved your life? Let me go now. Your disciple won't die in the next hour or two. No need to rush. Why not stay in my estate a while? I'll host you myself. Is this how you treat a guest? This immortal has pressing matters. No time to sit and drink. I'm getting older. My memory keeps failing me. Someone told me the cure for your disciple, but I've completely forgotten it now. Fine, I'll drink with you, alright? Don't look so wronged. I'm not going to eat you. I already agreed. Now untie me. That part? No. You've changed. You weren't like this as a child. And whose doing is that, I wonder? Chenjun's tangled history with Xiahan traces back many years. It began when Gu Yuan was about 7 or 8. Back then, Xiahan was just a child Chenjun happened to pick up by the roadside. Or perhaps a snake spirit. Hey, don't pin this on me. If you faint, I faint too. Ugh, what a hassle. I already have one disciple at home. If another child with a murky past shows up, can I still live the carefree life I used to? Look, you and I are strangers to each other. I'll give you all the silver I'm carrying, and we'll call this chance meeting settled. How about that? What a bother. Forget it. If I'm helping, I might as well help fully. I'll find you a place to settle. Don't come pestering me again after this. I'm entrusting this child to you. Rest assured, sir, we have everything we need. We just have no daughter. We'll treat him as our own. Will you come visit him someday? No. If he ever asks about his origins, tell him he was always this family's child. Life in the family's household was peaceful, yet Xiahan never forgot the debt of that rescue. He asked around everywhere, and only learned that Chenjun was an immortal living in seclusion in the mountains. The day he came of age, he left the household and set out alone for Peach Blossom Mountain. This mountain is beautiful. He searched for a long time, until he found Chenjun training and playing with the disciple. He watched quietly from afar for hours. Do you know what I was thinking then? I was thinking one day, I'd chop down every rotten tree on your rotten mountain. What did the trees ever do to you? Xiahan, you were clearly just taking it out on someone. It's not that serious. I just found the sight annoying, that's all. Fine, Gu Yuan, I understand. But Lu Yunxi, a princess of the fallen dynasty, already carries more than enough trouble. You claim you want no trouble, yet you take in an orphan royal as your disciple. Heh, she stole my duck. Couldn't just let her walk off, could I? This incense comes from the demon realm, called Soul Recall. Burn for 3 days, it suppresses an immortal. What is this smell like something rotten? Your immortal aura is too strong. Walk into the demon realm reeking like that and you'll be swallowed alive. I'm doing this for your own good. The demon realm? You're taking me there? Your young disciple's mysterious drowsiness is a rare affliction some demon kind suffer before coming of age. Left untreated, she won't survive to adulthood. She'll simply never wake. But a cure isn't impossible. It requires a special remedy. What remedy? Netherfish oil. As it happens, it'll surface in the demon realm in a few days. Sandy, where's Master? Don't you remember? He went down the mountain to find medicine for you. I'm causing Master trouble again. Missy, I told you not to overthink it. Young lord, stop coming here. I'm not going back with you. I told you to change clothes. Why women's wear? You don't have some strange fetish, do you? Come on, you should have said so. You never asked. Oh, Master Xia graces us with a visit. Forgive us for not greeting you sooner. Steward Meng, how's business been? Thanks to your blessings, sir. We rely on patrons like you, Master Xia. And who might this be? Just an attendant, pay her no mind. Master Xia, on your past visits to the Lantern Pavilion, your companions were always men. Why bring a beauty today, and she's wearing a mask no less? Rather mysterious. Without revealing her identity, she cannot enter. Steward Meng, am I remembering the pavilion's rules correctly? Well, this. The The rules can't be broken. Master Xia, please have your companion remove the mask. Oh my ma'am, this is just my face. Listen to yourself. That's absurd. Who has a mask for a head? Fine, you win. You win. The performance upstairs is starting soon. Why not go in and see today's rare goods first? Then I'll leave the arrangements to you, Steward Meng. You flatter me, Master Xia. Young master, what say you? Lead on. Huh? Young Master Shen, I already told you this is just my face. How did you manage it? Just a small trick, nothing more. Was the dress even necessary then? Ah, I get shy. You really do have a strange thing for this. Above stands the jade terrace mirror, below the lantern pavilion. Within these walls lie 3 forbidden acts. Listen closely. First, lighting a private lamp. Violators are fined 10,000 gold. Second, turning blade on one within these walls, violators are barred forever. Third, an immortal setting foot inside, violators face 1,000 cuts. Bound by demonic pressure, immortals are forbidden here. You knew that already? Fortune favors those who dare the risk. Why else do you think I forced 3 days of incense on you? So that's an immortal breaking the rule? No, that's for helping an immortal get in. Kitchen staff. At a glance you wouldn't notice, but the longer I look, the more it looks like you. We're both strung up here. How miserable. Save the sighing, grab the item and run. First item, Frost Jade Bone, starting bid 100 Jin. What's Frost Jade Bone? An immortal's shin bone. Next up, an immortal's hand, nose, ear. Wait, stop. Why do I feel like a slab of pork on a chopping block? Bear with it, our items coming up. Next lot, Netherfish Oil, starting bid 200 Jin. 1,000 Jin. Booth 7 bids 1,000 Jin. Any other bidders? 1,100 Jin. Booth 36 bids 1,100 Jin. Netherfish Oil is rare, but even at its historic peak price, it has never exceeded 1,000 Jin. Booth 36 must desperately need it to save a life, willing to pay this much. It seems the item is theirs for certain now. 1,500 Jin. Who'd be foolish enough to pay 1,100 Jin for this? I doubt Booth 36 truly wants the oil. If that's the case, we may have no choice but the last resort. What's the last resort? That's on you now. I, the Booth 7 bidder, am truly locked in a duel with Booth 36. Now this is a show worth watching. Isn't it just this tiny bottle of oil has been driven up to 20,000 Jin? Since the current price is already 100 times the starting bid, we now begin the lantern duel. Each side sends one servant forward to light the lotus lanterns hidden in the dark. Within the time of one burning incense stick, whoever lights the most lanterns wins the item. Now that both sides are ready, let the duel begin. Go. Interesting. Let me test you myself. So you really are an immortal. And a beauty at that. Are we getting a little cozy here? A little too cozy. Don't run, immortal beauty. This lunatic. Young master, that's enough. During the duel, did he say anything strange to you? He recognized me as an immortal, and I could tell, rationally, he despises me, but the moment he saw me, he lost all reason. You really are something else. I don't understand it, but I'm impressed. You were soaked in that incense for 3 days. By all rights, no demonkind should have sensed any trace of an immortal on you. Unless, did you skip washing your hands after the outhouse? What kind of question is that? No decent person thinks about things like that. Well, we got past that one. What I'm curious about, Jahan, you actually know martial arts? Did a bit of the legendary morning calisthenics as a kid. Didn't expect that, did you? That I, never even taken as your disciple, would still know a few moves? What good would it have done, joining Peach Blossom Mountain? In the end, you just live a hard life alongside me. You say that with your mouth, but you've never believed it in your heart. Peach Blossom Mountain was always your blessed ground, and your lifelong tie to it. Now I understand, your disciples are all just passers through. Only the mountain itself remains, eternal. There's something I've always wondered. Back then, when you decided to save me, why didn't you bring me back to Peach Blossom Mountain with you? Xiahan, I've always said, everyone walks their own path of cultivation. Just as Gu Yuan became my disciple, you were meant to be raised by the Xia family. Fine, you're never going to give me a straight answer anyway. What good would it have done, being my disciple? A fate full of hardship, a lifetime of upheaval. Was it that my disciples were fated for hardship and so found me? Or did meeting me make their paths hard? Had they never learned your world-shaking arts, and simply lived as ordinary, unremarkable people? Might they have passed their lives in peace instead? Yes, so many years have passed. That child I once carried on my back into the healer's hall, barely clinging to life, is now one of the very few I call a true friend. Rivers and mountains weigh little, what matters is the meeting. A true friend is rare and rarer still to find. What's wrong with me? How could I let it go this easily? Once, long ago, a chance meeting born of coincidence and a single moment of soft-heartedness quietly bound Chen Jun to a fate outside the walls of Peach Blossom Mountain. A disciple's bond is one kind of fate, a true friend's bond is another. He never expected the tangled knot he'd carried in his heart for years would be undone by a single conversation. Far away, a stubborn ruler would one day come to understand, an immortal remains an immortal. like the bright moon over the mountains, its light falling on all the mortal world, yet never shining for one alone. Rather than chase the moon in vain, better to seize this fine, clear night, raise a cup, and drink beneath it together. Why isn't Master back yet? I come and wait here every day, but he never shows. No, I mustn't get too excited, must stay calm. Master, you're back. How did you know I'd return today? I dreamed it last night. Hey, Sandy, relax, Master's home. Master, I'll train hard with my sword. I don't push you that hard about training. Why bring it up even in your dreams? Only by training hard can I stay by Master's side forever. Big brother is gone, and second sister is only mortal. I don't want to make Master sad again. I want to get out of bed, I'm recovered. You are not to run around out of bed, not while you're still weak, or the cold wind will make you sick again. No, I'm sneaking out. Ha ha ha, I told you to rest properly. Master, you're sneaking him out for snacks too? The punishment for disobedience is no dinner. Sandy, Dune, and Chenjun spend a few more peaceful years together on the mountain. Sandy still shows no talent for training. Arg, still no good? Meanwhile, Dune has already mastered everything Chenjun taught him. Ha ha, got it. He even goes further, teaching himself and creating an entire sword manual on his own. The boy soaks up every scrap of cultivation knowledge like a young beast, relentless. Not enough, I want to learn more. Master, can you teach me the techniques big brother and second sister learned? Don't be too greedy. What I've taught you already suit you best, Dune. Master these 2 moves and you'll be unstoppable. Then why can't I master the mirroring art? It never fools Sandy. The mirroring art is the final technique Chenjun taught the 2 of them. Aside from this one move, Dune has mastered everything else. Sandy is the exact opposite. This is the only move she has. It's not lack of talent that holds you back, it's that you don't understand the human heart. The heart? Let me taste it, is it cooked through yet? Sandy, are you using me as a poison tester again? Don't be silly, how could I be so cruel? Those 2 are at it again. Dune's bound to storm off in a huff this time too. Might as well admire my scenery instead. Sandy, have you thought about returning to the demon realm? Someone from the demon realm keeps coming to find you. People from the Forbidden Valley have come several times over the years, always with the same purpose to ask the young lord to return and restore the Forbidden Valley. I'm not capable of that. Please go and don't come again. The Forbidden Valley hasn't entirely fallen. It's just split into 2 factions. Those in power now aren't my father's old followers, and their reason for seeking me out is easy enough to guess. I'm just a pawn to them. I never wanted to go down the mountain, and going back wouldn't help anyway. Better to stay here and avoid the extra trouble. It seems Sandy has things she'd rather not speak of. Forget it, let's not talk about it. Missy, if there's ever a chance, I'll take you to see my homeland. Deal. Quick, get off that shabby mountain of yours. The crown prince your disciple raised is staging a coup. Reporting, your highness. The empress has grown obsessed with immortality and neglected state affairs. Outrageous. Obsessed with dark arts. Confine the empress to the cold palace. Absurd. If she truly sought immortality, why would she need to search elsewhere for it? Master Chen, you've come after all. Your highness, why turn so ruthless? I've locked Lu Yunxi away there, go to her. You're here, why not come closer? Master, look. I've kept this old robe carefully all this time. The places where it was torn by a blade, I found a skilled seamstress to mend it. You can't even tell it was torn, can you? Looks just like before. As if we could ever truly go back to before. The robe isn't the same and neither am I. Yunxi, you've grown so thin. The palace meals aren't bad, I just haven't had much appetite lately, too tired to even pick up my chopsticks. If you don't want to stay here, come back to the mountain with me. Chenny, you'd still let me back on the mountain? Back when we parted, I swore I'd burn your peach blossom mountain down. Master says you're allowed. Burn it if you like. Chenny, will you tell me about life on the mountain? Of course. The peach blossoms bloomed again. Those 2 kids bicker all day long. When will they ever really grow up? Down at the village, Wang Yi's family, who knows what generation now, just had another grandson. On his 1-month day, they even sent up a basket of red-dyed eggs, asking me to bless the child. Time really does fly. Life on the mountain is so peaceful, nothing like this palace. Nothing but heavy, dying air here, not a shred of life left in it. Yunxi, come home to the mountain with me. Master, I still have things left unfinished. Why keep forcing yourself? You've already given far too much. You staged this whole coup with the crown prince, didn't you? Even if you wanted to help him take the throne, you didn't need to go this far. There were other ways to do this. It's joy, and yet not quite joy. In her heart, the crown prince she raised is ruthless enough. She hadn't misjudged him. Don't talk, save your strength, I'll find you medicine. Master, it's no use. The poison's been in my meals all along, building up over time. It's gone too deep now. No elixir in the world could save me now. Why did you go this far? The crown prince has always kept his ambitions hidden, but he's hardly the only one eyeing the throne. I'm old now, worn out in body and mind. I needed an heir to take up the throne regardless. He was always the best choice. I only feared he couldn't shoulder the weight of this empire, so I set a test for him. A mortal's lifespan always runs out eventually. Immortality made the perfect excuse, so I used it, and spun this whole lie. Every scheme he plotted in private, I saw clearly and I never once stopped him. This drawn-out game went on for so long. After countless open clashes and hidden blows, she'd finally lost on purpose. Locked away in this quiet, remote palace, she could finally take off this imperial robe and become herself again. Here, every meal I ate by day was laced with poison. At night, I'd count on my fingers how many days I had left. I never dared tell you, master. I was afraid it would break your heart again and again. Part of me wanted you to remember me forever, and part of me wished you'd forget me sooner. Young Shi, master, I want to see the mountain again. I will, I'll take you back for sure. Chenny, burn this place to the ground for me. One last favor for the crown prince. Yunxi, you fool, she's fallen into the water. She's in the water, help. Mother. So even within these cold palace walls, someone still grieved for Yunxi. In the 26th year of the Yuanan era, fire swept through the palace. The crown prince ascends the throne. My empire, the new era, is named Jiangxing. Long live the emperor. Yunxi, look, we're together again. Come, let me take you back to see it. Sandy and Dune are already fast asleep. Chenny, let me down. There are still just as many stars here. Come on, Chenny, take me somewhere. As a child, Peach Blossom Mountain always felt endless. Back then, the greatest joy was searching for the edge of the wild land. After years living here, every corner of the mountain became familiar, until it began to feel smaller and smaller. And slowly, the urge to leave for the world below took root. The mountain is good, master is good, but a voice outside kept calling from deep inside. How could I cling to this comfort while my unfinished business in the mortal world waits? So in the end, Lu Yunxi set out and left Peach Blossom Mountain behind, drifting through the mortal world with no true friend beside her, never daring to open her heart to anyone. Lu Yunxi, do you regret it? Regret leaving Peach Blossom Mountain, leaving master? I regret it. I've regretted it every single moment. The human heart is always greedy, always wanting both. The power of the throne and the peace of the mountains. I wanted them both. But in the end, there was never really a choice. Master, when I was young I craved the feeling of power in my grip. The wild mountains always felt too small. How could I have been content going back then? Looking back now, it was nothing but a hollow, self-deceiving obsession. After all that wandering, she has finally returned to the homeland she never stopped longing for. So the Green Mountains really were this vast. A person returning to the Green Hills does well. How few ever truly return to them. Chenny, it's just around this bend. Could she be heading there? Seems my memory hasn't failed me yet. Chenny, put me down. I want to speak with Big Brother. Brother, though you and I never truly met in this life, our chance is nearly spent now. I hope you'll look out for me from here on. If there's a next life, I just hope to be born into a peaceful, good family. Brother, third sister, and fourth brother turned out far more sensible than we ever were, at least staying safely by Master's side. At 16-17, we were out causing trouble every single day, and in the end, poor Chenny always had to come down the mountain to clean up our messes. Brother, I've thought it over carefully. Don't take me to be reborn just yet. Even given another life, I'm afraid I'd still live it in confusion, unable to change who I am at heart. Chenny, bury me now. This small patch of earth is home at last. I used to wonder quietly, after I was gone, whether you'd think of me at all. After all, in this life, I made far too many mistakes. But now it's all been worth it. At least there's someone who won't hold it against me. Do you remember what we looked like when we first met? I remember all of it. The far road cannot be dwelt on, but old dreams still return. Some things were faded from the very start. Not needing to rely on Master anymore. Does that count as growing up? It counts. Master, useless. Peach blossoms red, willow leaves green. The carp climbs the shoal, thinking how one drifts through life alone, a distant bird flying off, never truly belonging to the great rock's return. Yunxi, Chenny, was I a good child? Yes. Was I a good disciple? Yes. Was I a good emperor? Yes. Good. Then now, at last, I can be no one at all. Master, I need you to remember me forever. Ha ha ha. Well now, you dare steal my duck? I'm hauling you off to prison. Oh, come on, you're so stingy. Fine, I'll just leave then. Let go of me. Tell you what, be my disciple instead. Chenny, will you miss me like this someday? Master, I'm leaving now. Chenny, you big dummy. Master, I want the throne, I want the whole realm. All right. Do you regret it? Regret leaving Peach Blossom Mountain, leaving Master? Missy has come home. In this life she was a princess, an empress, but what she wanted most all along was simply to be Missy of Peach Blossom Mountain. Peach blossoms red, willow leaves green, the carp climbs the shoal, spring waters lap the shore, thinking how one drifts so far alone, fading into the distance, fading away, until the wind-blown reed finds home at last. Come on, Master. I'm heading down the mountain. I'm still alive. Cry if you need to. We're far from the grave here. Neither of them can see. It's embarrassing for a master to cry in front of his disciple. Then I'll turn away so I won't see. It's fine. Time heals everything eventually, doesn't it? Lying to your disciple, maybe? Don't lie to yourself. I just said Gu Yuan's name. Doesn't that hurt? Your crystal pendant has slipped out. See, there's no need to force yourself to forget. Cry when it hurts. Being able to cry just means you're still human. Feels like you're insulting me. Don't read into it, I'm just stating facts. At your age, if you actually cultivate into some ancient, emotionless immortal, I'm running for it. At the very least, I still look like I'm in my 20s. But your heart's already turned to ruins. Ready to head back? Not sad anymore? I am. But he's home now. That alone is a great comfort to me. After coming down the mountain, life settles back into its old rhythm. Well, mostly. Chen Jun is startled awake most mornings, either by Shen Chengyi's wild arrow practice, or by Sandy forcing him up for breakfast. Ah, the departed are gone, and the living carry on. Guess I'll take my naps in the peach grove from now on. What's a big yellow chicken doing wandering around in these deep woods? Could it have become a spirit? Who's the careless fool littering here? My peach fell, can you toss it back up? Hey kid, did that knock you silly? That was terrifying, I think I just died for a second there. This place feels so eerie. Are you from the demon realm or something? This is Peach Blossom Mountain, a pure and sacred immortal peak, wreathed in spiritual energy. How could it carry any demonic taint? Come on up and play. That doesn't seem wise. What if the branch breaks? Relax. This old tree's been around longer than you have. Sturdy as anything, you won't fall. Try one, how's the taste? Sweet? Sweet. I've been wandering since I was a teenager. Trust me, the demon realm scenery is nothing next to the mortal world. The mortal world beats it every time. All those lanterns lit up in every household. That's what really warms the heart. Little monk, what's the point of guarding these deep mountains day after day? Why not come down the mountain with me and roam free instead? It's all because Master keeps such a tight leash, not a shred of freedom. That man named Chen doesn't just keep our young lord trapped on this mountain. He even mistreats a pure-hearted boy like you without mercy. He acts more tyrannical than any demon. What a brute. That so-called sage of yours is really no good. So is he bad or not? Give my peach back. Hey, what's this about? I wasn't talking about you. Why so touchy? I'm done playing with you. You've got no manners. We were having a fine chat. Why the sudden insults? Missy, once you've picked enough, come on down. Who's this? Young lord, finally found you. Where's your master? I'm about to demand an explanation from him on your behalf. Isn't he right here? Where? It's me. You. How can you look this young? I'm an immortal. Not aging is only natural. I was going off a portrait. This looks nothing like the same person. Hey, that portrait's way too abstract. Now that you've confirmed it, go back to the demon realm. I'm not leaving Peach Blossom Mountain. Then I'm staying too. Why put yourself through this? You don't even seem willing. The valley is forcing me to marry you. How would I explain going back without doing it? I'm not going back. Marry. Who? Who else could it be? Marry you. Hey, don't drag me into this. None of my business. Leave me out of it. Whose brilliant idea was this, old dangs? My father's, your uncle's, several relatives from your father's faction, and yours too. You've got some nerve. All right, stop stirring the pot. My father says I've got no real talent, born to marry into someone else's family and live off it. Well, look at that, mooching off a marriage and saying it with a straight face. Your father's quite the character too, unbeatable really. And you just believed him? I didn't at first, but then I thought, maybe I really do have a talent for it. So, have you come to your senses yet? I have. Marrying in really doesn't sound so bad. Why insist on staying at Peach Blossom Mountain? My father sent me here specifically to ease your family's suspicions. If he'd secretly sent someone else to spy on you instead, and I happened to notice I wasn't the one here, wouldn't that just breed more distrust between us? Either way, I'm staying today, no question. You should really go back and convince your father to seize power instead. Our branch of the family lost its momentum long ago. Our influence has faded. Meanwhile, your house Su allied with that traitor, seizing power together, that actually has a real shot at turning the tables. That's exactly what I told my father too. But he ignored me. I'd just get kicked out again if I went back anyway. Might as well just stay here. Sounds like you just want an excuse to stay put. Well, let me weigh in. I am, after all, master of this mountain. I'll cover all the expenses on the mountain from now on. Deal. Missy, are you that short on money? It's not about money, master. It's about fate. And Xiahan? Little Su, my place is pretty big, actually. I'll show you around tonight. Uncle, no, uncle. Just find somewhere to lie down and sleep already. It's getting late. You're not giving me a guest room? You think this is an inn? Just make do for now. What gives you the right to stay here? Why shouldn't I? Your master gave his own permission. And who are you to question it? Don't you dare bring my master into this. Ha! Young as you are, you're awfully rigid about the rules. Zip, zip, zip. Can't hit me. Stop it, both of you. Stop fighting. Look at that smug little strut. Today I'm fixing that stubborn streak of yours once and for all. Oh, you've got a big move too, huh? Let's see what you've got. Ooh, not bad. Come on then. Is anyone getting any sleep tonight? Hey, yeah. An immortal really is an immortal. One move and you blocked my 13 forms of the Black Dragon. 10,000 swords is one. The Black Dragon's charge. That's an incredibly long name for a move. Don't flatter me, just get ready to pay for the damage. Hey, you're the one who deflected our sword energy everywhere, aren't you? Pay up and stand in the corner. Come on, what's your problem? I wasn't the one who started it. Why should I get punished the same as him? You two are exactly as bad as each other. First thing tomorrow morning, fix the roof. Understood? Understood. Such a lovely starlit roof ruined. Young Valley Master, your father's surname is Du. Why do you go by Shen? Aren't you his real child? Shut your mouth. I was adopted as a child by a scholar named Shen. So, I took his surname. Oh, then naturally I go by my sister's surname. You two don't even look alike. Are you half-siblings then? No, I picked him up. You actually look kind of familiar. It's right on the tip of my tongue, but I can't place who you look like. I thought you were hiding some earth-shattering secret. That's it? I really do think you look familiar. Have you settled in these past few days in the mountains? This place seems to carry a strange power. Staying here makes the heart feel unusually calm. By the way, I heard from the young Valley Master. You've lived on Peach Blossom Mountain for over 1,000 years. Seeing the same mountains and rivers every day, doesn't it get tiresome? How could it not? No matter how beautiful, it's the same 4 seasons over and over. Unchanged. For 1,000 years. I'd have grown sick of it long ago. That's exactly why you don't belong here. They say all things have spirit. Like people, they grow and change with every breath. Aging, fading. What you're seeing is only the shell a living thing leaves behind, after passing through its transformations. What I can sense is the fire that once burned fiercely deep within its soul. Those passionate, vivid, thriving moments. No wonder you're an immortal. It seems even wisdom an immortal spent 1,000 years to grasp isn't something I can see through overnight. I know you have your own purpose. Of course I do. But it's less mine than it is my father's. I won't call him out on it. Look at this stream, even with a boulder blocking its path, it still flows on. It's not something outside force can simply change. Even if you sealed it off completely with stone, it would find a crack, drop by drop, and sooner or later break through and press on. Are you saying you'll be like this stream? Ignoring anything that tries to stand in your way? Not quite. What I want to be is that far shore. The far shore. I want to be the far shore. Letting the stream pass through, letting fallen petals drift with the current. Only, right now I still fall short of that. The sun's setting. I'll head off first. I should go too. Who would dare stir up trouble like this in an immortal's realm? How reckless. I need to go check it out, and keep my hands clean about it. I mustn't be noticed. That immortal's senses have always been extraordinarily sharp. You even got caught by him? You're not going to report me to Master? Why would I? You're a demon, so am I. I know exactly what you're doing. I never would have guessed. You keep your disguise flawless in front of immortal Chen. Given how far your demonization has progressed, your true nature should have shown by now. Yet, you still hold a human form. It must cost you a great deal of effort in secret. This can never reach my master's ears. You really do care about him. Your master is an immortal. You're a demon. You should never have become his disciple. I had no choice. Your sister has no gift for cultivation and no real interest in the way. She only became immortal Chen's disciple for safety and shelter. But you have ambition, so you shouldn't waste your days on Peach Blossom Mountain. It's precisely so I can stay on Peach Blossom Mountain that I train this hard. So you carry half-human blood in your veins. No wonder your aura always felt so strange, nowhere near as pure as Guining's. I see now. Your master is an immortal of longevity, your sister a pure-blooded demon. Both blessed with long life. But you, half-demon, can't even match an ordinary mortal. How? Filthy. Ha ha ha, you're worth backing far more than your sister. All this food won't help you. If you want to demonize faster, just do as I say. Do you dare? Once you take this path, there's no turning back. Wait, did I really just make that choice? Had no choice. Let's go, Master will sense it soon. You're back, perfect timing, come have some pears. Mr. Chen, let's split this big pear. No, so stingy. Split a pear? You can't split a pear to eat, that means parting ways. Fine, here, this one's for you. Okay. Changyi, come with me. When we were little, I was always the one holding his hand, keeping him sheltered behind me. And now, such a distance has grown between us. Shen Changye, have you been doing something behind my back and Master's? Something you shouldn't? If you won't answer now, then never answer at all. Guining, don't ask. I will never ever hurt you or Master. You won't hurt us, so instead you'll hurt yourself? This brother of mine with no blood between us has grown up after all. I can no longer read his mind the way I once could when he was small. Know you've been making quiet moves behind Master's back. Don't know how much he's already seen through, but given his cultivation and perception, he must have noticed already. Changyi, our lifespans compared to an immortal's will always be short no matter what. Back then he saved us when we had nothing. All we can do now is, in this brief time we get to spend with him, Make sure he never has to grieve because of us. Master may be an immortal beyond the mortal world, but he's flesh and blood, warm-hearted, never like anyone else. Guining, I'm not like you. I don't want to stay on this mountain forever protected by Master. You're being obstinate. Call it obstinate if you like, call it stubborn, whatever you want to call it, no matter how you blame me, how you try to talk me out of it. I'm leaving this place. I'm going, Guining. As for Master, please say goodbye for me. Do you remember what I told you when we were little? I don't remember. We talked about so many things, too many to count. I hereby announce. Our hall has found the young hall master gone for so many years. Congratulations, young sect leader, on your return. Sandy, we've received an invitation from Shahan. Good timing to come down and spend the Mid-Autumn Festival among mortals. Look around. If you see something you want, buy it. Your master's paying. Sure thing, master. Want a lantern? If little Dune saw this, he'd be so happy. You ungrateful wretch, daring to steal from a young master like me. I'll let you off this once. Try it again and there'll be no mercy. Let's go. Sandy, what are you thinking about? Nothing. Doesn't he like the rabbit lantern? Maybe. It's better if we never meet again. Master and I were never meant to walk the same path anyway. Should never have come up the mountain in the first place. What isn't mine can never be forced to stay, even if it was something I picked up myself. How did you catch up? Why is it suddenly so crowded? You scared me. I thought you'd wandered off. If you don't like the rabbit-shaped one, we can buy something else. What kind do you like? Master will buy it for you. Honestly, I don't like that rabbit either. Crooked mouth, lopsided eyes, ugly as anything. Then Master will get you a lion lantern instead. Look how fierce it is. What's wrong? Why are you crying? It's nothing. Master, weren't we buying a lantern? Hurry, hurry, let's finish. Up and go home to eat. Oh, you're this old and you still like the kind of things kids like? It's not for me. It's just something to please a child. That disciple of yours has some real skill, managing to fool the old hall master of the Netherworld Hall into treating him as his one and only son. The Netherworld Hall and the Forbidden Valley in the Demon Realm are sworn enemies, yet this third disciple of yours just happens to be the orphaned heir of the Forbidden Valley's old valley master. Are you really sure this arrangement is wise? Good or bad was never mine to decide. To them, I'm nothing more than an outsider who stumbled into their lives halfway through. And if these two disciples of yours end up turning on each other one day, what will you do then? I don't know. How could anyone guess that? I'll wait until they change the subject before I go back. Sandy, is there anywhere else you'd like to go? There is actually one place. Though it's been so long, I don't know if it's even still there. Why? Fret over that. Leave the finding of the way to your master. Master, let's not say leave it to, let's say we will absolutely get there. Fine. We'll set off at once. Don't bother looking, it won't help. Those who leave Peach Blossom Mountain never come back. You have your own path to walk. Then an old servant brought me here fleeing disaster already utterly spent. It was Scholar Shen who stepped in and saved us. He gave me the name Guining. He said the day he found me, the world was glass and rivers, my fate adrift, and he hoped that for the rest of my life I'd be free of hardship, safe and at peace, year after year. A few years later, the old servant passed away. After that, it was just the scholar and me relying on each other. He taught me to read, cared for me, took me up the mountain to learn which plants were poisonous and which were medicinal. Don't waste these things on me. I know my own condition well enough. I gathered these myself in the mountains. They're worth nothing. Don't feel bad about it, Scholar. Just drink it up. Scholar was frail and often ill. To treat him, I taught myself medicine, even tested remedies on myself. But life has always been this way. No matter how hard you try, it can still all come to nothing in the end. Scholar! Scholar! Guining, Scholar, hold on. I'll go brew your medicine right now. You'll be fine. I knew this day would come eventually, but now that it's here, I still can't bring myself to accept it. Guining, there's something I need to tell you. Go ahead, Scholar. I'm listening. On his deathbed, the scholar finally told me the truth of my birth. He said the old servant had entrusted this to him before dying, and he couldn't go against that wish. Yet he also couldn't bear to see me dragged into cycles of hatred and killing. So he urged me, again and again, to let go of hatred and live in peace. Guining, love has an end, but hatred has none. Revenge answered with revenge. When does it ever stop? Scholar, Scholar, wake up. After that, I was taken in by a couple in the village. The scholar had given them his entire life savings just so they'd agree to take me in. Living under their roof, I was treated like nothing more than a servant, waiting on the couple I was supposed to call parents, day after grinding day. Until one day, if we hadn't quietly poisoned that scholar, we'd never have this girl serving us so obediently. She's getting on in years anyway. She should have died long ago. In a few more days, we'll sell her off to a brothel. We'll make good money off her, too. That was the first time hatred took root in me. The day the trafficker came to collect me, I poisoned all three of them. My benefactor lies buried here. So does my enemy. Master, you're a person of true kindness. After so long by your side, I'd nearly forgotten the hatred that filled me when I first came. But my cultivation runs too shallow. Hatred and love, tangled up with the past, I still can't fully let it go. Days on Peach Blossom Mountain were truly good. The calmest, most settled years of my life. Often used to think, if only I could stay on this mountain forever, how wonderful that would be. I'd imagine once Changye and I had both gone gray, still keeping you company in the courtyard, living out quiet, peaceful days. If only Changye had never left the mountain. When did you first learn of Dune's true identity? From the very first day I met him. I had always suspected that Sandy already knew of Dune's identity, but I never imagined it was this bad, that he had been carrying the bloodline of an enemy all along, drifting from place to place. Shen Changye's mother was a singer once famous throughout the capital. Sadly, she gave her heart to the wrong man. Carrying her sickly infant, she set out for the demon realm to find her old lover, but collapsed, dying, along the way. In her final moments, she crossed paths with a traveling Shen Gaining and begged her to carry the child to the Netherworld Hall. Fate can be that theatrical. From that day on, I kept him with me. There were many times I left him behind at a crossroads to fend for himself. Yet every time, I couldn't help going back for him. He always thought it was me who'd gotten lost. Not until I met you did I truly manage, after every effort, to talk myself into letting go, and I had almost succeeded. Stop, Sandy. I can't let you go on. I'm sorry, Master. I never meant to burden you with these old grudges, all this tangled resentment. I know full well how much the deaths of Doggo and Missy must have hurt you. I never wanted to drag you into old wounds again, hurting you even more deeply. But in this world, you can rarely have it both ways. Since ancient times, loyalty and filial duty rarely coexist, I never imagined that vengeance and gratitude would prove just as impossible to hold together. Torn between them, the scholar was very much like you. He never wanted me to seek revenge. And neither do you. The two of you are the only truly good people I've met in this life. Back then, I fought with everything I had to keep the scholar alive. Now, all I want is to stay by your side for as long as I can. I want revenge, and I want to repay kindness too. I've turned it over in my mind endlessly, and I can never find a way to have both. All I can do is go forward and take my revenge, then come back and repay you properly. If you're willing, please wait for me. I never wanted to trouble you with my own petty grievances. I imagine Changye feels the same, but the world is unpredictable. There's always the chance of the worst. 2. Guard against that unforeseeable chance, Master. I want to ask a promise of you. And please make the same promise to Changye, so that one day when he and I kneel before your door and ask you to keep your word, it will be for you, Master, to decide yourself. The pear blossoms in the scholar's courtyard are stunning when they bloom, Gaining. If I can't make it in time, come take me to see them then. Will we meet again? Sandy, when we do meet again, you must be happy. Take care, Master. Sandy, how am I supposed to live without you? My plan had already been taking shape in my mind for years. Simply hadn't wanted to carry it out before. Goal clear, I'd settle it in the shortest time possible. I was willing to play the obedient pawn, as long as it got me the seat of Valley Master. Should've done this from the start. None of them understood this young woman's strength and resolve. 5 years already, time flies. Do you have any further plans? These past 5 years, I've purged the Valley's factions one by one. The weak ones I removed outright. The powerful ones I dismantled slowly, dividing them from within. The current Valley Master is the very man who conspired with the Netherworld Hall and destroyed my family. So, understood. Tonight, under the full moon, the Valley Master will be out on business, and what we're going to do is kill him. You're staging a rebellion. It was you. You conspired with the Netherworld Hall and destroyed my family. And so what? Haha, spare me, please. I'll serve you like a beast of burden. You'll be Valley Master from now on. Is that enough? How pathetic. My father once trusted and relied on this man so completely, and in the end, he turns out to be this gutless, witless, worthless coward. I have finally become Valley Master. Just one more goal to accomplish, and I can return to Peach Blossom Mountain. The next target is Tan Yuan, Hall Master of the Netherworld Hall. To wipe the Netherworld Hall from this world forever. Valley Master, the old Hall Master Tan Yuan, has died of illness. Well, plans never keep up with change, do they? All of you, leave me. Yes, Valley Master. Shen Gening dismissed everyone, shut herself in her room, bolted every door and window, seeing no one for 3 full days. She looked back over these past years, over how she had methodically untangled every faction in the valley, killing without mercy the whole way through. Shen Gaining had never imagined she was capable of such ruthlessness, such unflinching resolve. After countless setbacks, having come close to losing her life more than once, and having survived attempted assassinations by her own subordinates, Shen Gaining had finally claimed the seat of Valley Master. No one knew how much pain she carried through during those 3 days. Then, one morning 3 days later, Shen Gaining stepped out of her room, seeming like an entirely different person. It's been 3 days, why hasn't the Valley Master come out yet? She hasn't died in there, has she? Get out of here, don't talk nonsense. The Valley Master's probably just in there sneaking snacks. Let's go. What's our next move? The overall plan to destroy the Netherworld Hall never wavered. Eliminate the new Hall Master first, then use the opening to absorb the entire Netherworld Hall. Yes, Valley Master. The Netherworld Hall's new Hall Master has invited you to a banquet. Guining, I'm the one who took down Tan Yuan. I avenged you. When can we go back to the mountain together? Miss Master, in a few days I'm holding a banquet, you have to come. Guining, it's been so long. He's playing this well. If I hadn't found out myself that a number of the assassination attempts against me were his doing, I might actually have believed his nonsense. So, are we still going? We're going. I want to see exactly what he's plotting. I hear the Forbidden Valley has a new Valley Master too, decisive in everything she does, and quite ruthless from what I hear for such a young woman. You're not wrong. Looks delicate and soft, gentle features, but the moment she acts, she shows no mercy whatsoever, ruthless through and through. The Forbidden Valley has replaced nearly everyone, transformed completely. It's about to climb back to its former glory. True enough, I hear the Netherworld Hall sent the Forbidden Valley an invitation too. Right, and those two are sworn enemies. You think they'll actually show up? Valley Master Shen, gracing my Netherworld Hall with your presence. What an honor. The grudges between you and me were never meant to involve him. I thought that was an unspoken understanding between the two of us. I didn't want to intrude either, but I missed you both. Shen Chongye, whatever's between you and me, leave him out of it. Calling me here to prop up your gathering was one thing, but inviting him too, what exactly are you playing at? Do you want him to watch us tear each other apart? Why did you take up the Forbidden Valley in the first place? Guining, I chose to return to the Demon Realm to overcome the limits of my lifespan, to grow stronger, to protect you and Master. Then why did you come back, too? While still on Peach Blossom Mountain, I already knew there seemed to be some feud between the Forbidden Valley and the Netherworld Hall, but I never knew the details. Not until I took charge of the Netherworld Hall myself, poring over ancient texts in the archive, standing alone through the night in the woods behind the hall, before I finally understood. The enmity between our two lines had built up across generations. The more I understood, the more it hurt, and the harder it became to forgive me, Father, for abandoning my mother and me. Because you chose to return to the Forbidden Valley, I told myself, as long as you refuse to claim your birthright. Once I brought down the Netherworld Hall, the Forbidden Valley, I could let go of everything here and return to Peach Blossom Mountain, to live out quiet days with you and Master. Spring dew and morning frost, blossoms stirring across the whole mountainside. Those were meant to be our peaceful days together, but your choice shattered every one of those dreams in the end. So, you actually thought about going back, but it's far too late for that now. Shen Changye, you and I can never go back to how things were. We were both beyond saving long ago. But why did you have to drag Master into this? He should have stayed far away from this whole mess of grudges we've made. He should have stood entirely outside it. This should be between the two of us, settled to the death. One victor decided, that's all it should take. No matter how far I sink into wrongdoing, I would never hurt the person who matters most to me. I invited Master here myself. I only wanted to see him. There's no talking sense into you. Listening to the two of them bicker felt exactly like turning back the clock. Years ago. Aren't you going to go stop them? It's fine. Just like the old days, it'll blow over soon. Are you two still fighting? Master, we've turned a perfectly good banquet into this mess. It's our fault, Master. Entirely on the two of us. Enough. So that's their master. The Hall Master of the Netherworld Hall and the Valley Master of the Forbidden Valley, sharing the very same teacher. Could he really be an immortal? Don't talk to me right now, I'm in a mood. I might just start swearing. Come on, Guining. Don't be so hard on yourself. Let's just say your vocabulary of insults needs a lot of work. You could never learn to curse properly. Oh, so you're looking down on me now, huh? Then today, Master, let me show you exactly how extensive my vocabulary really is. What are you smiling at? Nothing. Just realize you haven't changed one bit. It's good to see. We've been talking for half an hour, and somehow we've only talked about nothing important. Ha ha ha. Maybe that's exactly the kind of understanding that master and disciple share. Life is bitter enough, and reunions are rare enough. Better to fill the time with cheerful nonsense. Even though Sandy and I talk so much, I still sense she'd grown quieter than she used to be. Of the 4 disciples who came to Peach Blossom Mountain, you're the one who's given me the least trouble. But what worries me is that you think too much, carry too much on your own, burdening yourself further. It's fine, Master, everything will be over soon. Guining, the peach blossoms on the mountain are in bloom. If you ever find yourself with nothing to do, go take a walk up there. I will. Valley Master, it's time to go. I have to leave now, Guining. When I return to the mountain one day, save me a jar of good wine. I will. How I wished I could persuade her to let go of her obsession and her hatred. How I wished to see her again, carefree the way she once was. How I wished I could call out and stop her, offer her some kind of promise. But with 1,000 words waiting on my tongue, in the end, none of it mattered. Still not coming out? Or is it that you don't want to see this old master of yours anymore? Master, don't be so hard on me. I've always been clumsy with words, never good at explaining myself. When we're apart, I always have 1,000 things I want to say. But now that the moment's here, I honestly don't know what to say. Master, back then, did you only ever mean to take on Ginning as a disciple? Well, I have some things I need to see to. Master, just sit down. Grown as you are, and still getting jealous. Master doesn't even finish talking before you run off. Back. Then I really did only mean to take Ginning in, but I couldn't just stand by and watch you wander the streets either. Then, why not just give me away too? Wasn't Master Xia sent down into the mortal world by you back then? You certainly know quite a lot. Where did you dig that up? Back then Xia Han had the means for it. I was close with the master of House Xia, and only because of that could I send a child to that couple. Well, your master's connections were limited, so by the time it came to you, no such luck. You had no choice but to follow me up the mountain and rough it. The two of you, brother and sister, have given this master quite the headache over the years. Guining came to Peach Blossom Mountain by fate, but you're my disciple too, Chenjun's disciple. Both of you are. Just hearing you say I'm your disciple is enough for me. Master, I really thought you'd stopped claiming me. How could I? You're both the best disciples I've ever had. I've noticed, whenever I bring up old memories, your answers always come slowly, as if you're piecing together scattered fragments bit by bit. Have you been forcing yourself to seal away the past, deliberately suppressing what came before? Haha, no master, my memory's just not that good, you know that. Through all my years in the Netherworld Hall, I worked to win the Branch Hall Master's trust, and to take my revenge on Tan Yuan. I had no choice but to claw my way upward without pause, climbing step by step. Within a single year I had mastered all 18 techniques of the Netherworld Hall, then spent several more years silencing every voice that stood against me, until finally, I began my revenge against my father. Well, heaven hasn't failed me after all. Tai Yuan lost one son, and now sends me another. You're too much like I was in my youth, full of pride, ruthless by nature, always answering to no one but yourself. We're not the same. You're wrong. We're exactly the same kind of person. Once you take this seat, there's no more Tan Yuan, and there's no more Tan Fang. Being Hall Master of the Netherworld Hall meant only two things mattered: bring the Netherworld Hall to prosperity, and destroy the Forbidden Valley. Back then, Chang Yi still thought there's no way he'd ever raise a blade against Guining. Not until he pushed open that door of fate, already waiting for him, did anything change. No one knows what hell he passed through on the other side of it. All anyone knew was that when he stepped back through that door, the young Shen Changyi no longer existed in this world. From then on, there was only Tan Fang, Hall Master of the Netherworld Hall. I know exactly why Master came in person to the Demon Realm this time. Surely to talk his two disciples out of standing against each other like this, out of fighting to the death. So that's why you've been waiting here, Guining, quietly waiting for me too. But Master, I'm sorry. I am already Hall Master of the Netherworld Hall. There's no going back now. This story should have had a perfect ending. If Guining had let go of her obsession with revenge, if Changye had released his hold on old grievances too, if the Forbidden Valley and the Netherworld Hall had set aside generations of hatred, raised cups together, and shaken hands in peace, would everything have turned out differently? Letting them leave the mountain in the first place. How foolish that was. And it led to this. I saw this ending coming long ago. Shouldn't the immortal be taking his medicine by now? Tell me, why must people tear each other apart? I can understand your third disciple's actions. If some faction destroyed my family, I wouldn't care how close I'd once been to that faction's heir. I'd still raise my blade against them. As for your fourth disciple, though, his situation's more complicated. I had a friend once, very much like him. Growing up with nothing of his own, the family's legitimate heir treated him decently enough, fed him, clothed him, always backed him up, and then, well, later on his ambitions grew. He wanted to become head of the family, and realized the legitimate heir was the biggest obstacle in his way. So, he cut him down without a second thought. People's hearts change easily. That fourth disciple of yours has been off the mountain now for over 10 years, hasn't he? Never mind 10 years, even a year or two or even a day or two. People change just like that, same as the clouds on the horizon. Can people really change this easily? What's going on here? This bride went mad long ago. She keeps telling herself she never got married, that her husband never died, that the wedding sedan simply hasn't reached the front door yet. That's why she hasn't come out to meet you. Hall Master, we all understand. You and Valley Master Shen share the same master, so of course some fellow disciple loyalty lingers. But the Netherworld Hall and the Forbidden Valley have always been mortal enemies. Every single brother in this hall carries a blood debt against the Forbidden Valley. My grandfather was murdered by their people. My childhood sweetheart fell to their hands too. Hall Master, you've shown us great kindness. None of us want to put you in an impossible position, but as long as the Forbidden Valley stands, our dead can never rest in peace. And we, the living, can never face our ancestors either. This feud between the Forbidden Valley and the Netherworld Hall goes back a long way. As for who started it, who broke the peace first, there's no tracing it anymore, and it doesn't matter now. What matters isn't how the grudge began, it's how much it's piled up since. Blood debts deep as mountains, vast as seas, weighing heavy on every shoulder here. Well then, I've said my piece. Kill me now if you must, Hall Master. I'll die without regret. Harsh. Truths are hard to hear, but why would I kill you for it? Keep your life and serve the Netherworld Hall instead. All those earlier ambushes had only ever been for show. I could never bring myself to truly assassinate him. But now, the dull ache from the wound, and the grief and fury written across my subordinates' faces, all of it made clear that Shen Guining had decided to abandon every last trace of sisterly feeling. So, Guining, you really do hate me this much. To take revenge against my father? You'd have the son pay the father's debt? Hallmaster, seal off the news. Don't let anyone know I've been injured, especially. The Forbidden Valley struck first. The Netherworld Hall was never going to let that go. Within a year and a half, my left envoy was dismembered, his soul sealed, and delivered to me in a silk box. Don't let anyone disturb me. Back before I became Valley Master, you were the one who stood by me step by step until I found my footing. You treated me like family. How could you leave without even saying goodbye? You left just like that. You forced my hand. Master, what brings you here? The demon realm reeks of dark energy. This trip must have been hard. Master, please sit. I've prepared good wine. Try it. And look at the flowers in this garden. I planted them all to look like Peach Blossom Mountain. I'm clumsy with my hands, though, and I have no talent for gardening at all. Only you, Master, and Guining ever kept flowers this well. It reminds me of when I first learned to climb trees on the mountain. That day, I wanted to climb every single tree on half the mountain. Guining acted annoyed, but she followed me the whole time. I still remember once, I fell from a tree by accident. I braced for the pain, but it never came. Guining had leapt in and caught me. Afterward, her arm couldn't move properly for 7 whole days. I've never forgotten that. When did you find out? You've been poisoning me from the very start, haven't you? It's no use, Guining. I know you're skilled with poison, so I was already prepared. It worked. And it didn't start today. When I was 6 years old, I picked up a fallen pear blossom, dropped it into a water flask, and handed it to you. You always trusted me completely, and drank it without a second thought. You collapsed, and I sat quietly by your side. I kept thinking, you're my enemy's son, should I save you? But even unconscious, you murmured, Guining. You kept calling my name in your sleep. My palms wouldn't stop sweating. In the end, I got up and made the antidote. When you opened your hazy eyes and looked at me, I couldn't stop the tears. I didn't even know why I was crying. Regret that it hadn't worked, or joy that I'd saved a brother who shared none of my blood. In the years that followed, I lost count of how many times I used Pear Blossom Fall on you. And every single time, I regretted it, and pulled you back with the antidote. I even despised myself, despised this heart that could never make up its mind. Once you decided to leave the mountain, I no longer had to keep my old promise. I could finally see you, openly, as my enemy, no more hesitation. That was my fortune, to have my revenge, to see you kneel before me. And another fortune. Since we're enemies now, why shed tears? I've survived countless open attacks and hidden blades. I always knew some of them traced back to him. But I never had time to settle scores with him, not until Tan Yuan died. Only then did I truly equate the brother I once had with the Netherworld Hall. I only brought Pear Blossom Fall back into use many years later. It was Su Tianhe, wasn't it? At first I could never read his intentions. How Su had served the Forbidden Valley for generations. Why would they help our sworn enemy instead? Now I finally understand. How Su's ambitions were truly, I just don't understand. If that's the case, why did you come yourself? Because I wanted to say goodbye to you myself. After all these years, seeing that expression on your face again, it's rare. No matter how the years pass, it seems the little brother will always be wrapped around his sister's finger. I made a promise once. When I went up the mountain, I made the first half. When I came down, I made the second. What promise? If you left the mountain, I would kill you. If you died, I would never live on alone either. Guining, I'm tired. Ever since I took that seat, the pedestal was raised so high, and the weight on my shoulders never let up. Do you ever regret it? At first I left the mountain only to seek longevity, to protect you and Master. Only later did I learn we were sworn enemies all along. By the end, I was trapped by circumstance, drowning in things I could never say, drifting further from who I once was. My first vow had already blurred into something like a half-remembered dream. I thought back on it often, and even doubted myself. Did I really make that promise? Like Zhuangzi dreaming he was a butterfly, I could no longer tell whether the peaceful days on the mountain were real, or whether the bloodshed of the world beyond was real. And I could no longer tell at all. Little brother, Gaining, I'm tired. Sleep now, Changyi. Every old wish, every feud, every killing, let it all end here. Close your eyes, let it end here. Next life, let's just be ordinary people. Ding ding ding. Ooh, a rabbit lantern. Thank you, sis. Where did this little girl come from? Get out of the way, old man. Ha, what's this little brat doing? Playing hero? You will not bully my sister. I'm here. Sis, Mr. Chen Jun. My sister has carried me through hard times for so long, and if you truly can't take both of us in, would you take him instead? Don't say such things. Keep my brother, I'll go. My brother has a chronic illness. Please, I'll find some way to repay you. I'll work myself to the bone for you, to repay this kindness. You're just a child. There's no need for that. Just be a child. Leave the rest to me. I told you to rest properly. Master, you snuck him out for a snack again? Shen Changye, what's so fun down the mountain? Isn't it better to stay safe here practicing swordplay and reading? Gaining, I'm not like you. I don't want to stay on this mountain forever sheltered by Master. You're being stubborn. Call it stubbornness then, call it recklessness. No matter how you blame me, no matter how you try to talk me out of it, I'm still leaving. Why would you take on the heaven's pure bone burden? It's yours now. I chose to return to the demon realm to overcome my lifespan's limits, to grow stronger, to protect you and Master. Why did you have to come back too? Little brother, why haven't Sandy and Dune sent word in so long? Looks like they've forgotten this old master. Sir, you have a letter. Have you eaten? Come in, sit. I haven't. Is there food tucked inside this letter? Why would there be food in a letter? Immortal, aren't you going to open it? Just let it sit. It's not going anywhere. But this is the last thing your third disciple ever left behind. Don't you want to know what he had to say? Enough. I can't read. Well, I can. I'll have you know, I'm quite good at reading letters. I even know great jokes. Fine, I'll open it myself. I am a cowardly person. My birth was the first thing in my life I never got to choose. A child too young to understand, yet born carrying a blood feud. What family I was born into, what parents I had, over things like that, I had no power at all. But the path forward is mine to walk. Revenge or letting go. My heart leaned toward the latter, yet the road beneath my feet always led back to the former. I drifted like duckweed, battered by rain, pushed along by the current. If you ask whether I regret taking the path of revenge, I think I'd tell you, yes. I am a coward who was always wide awake, no different from the rest of the world. Su Tianhe was a man of great ambition. I saw through his intentions but didn't stop him. Once Changye and I were both gone, the rest would sort itself out. I'd paid so much for this seat, staked countless lives on it. After it came at such a cost, how could I just give it up? It was never about the seat. I wanted to change the endless bleeding between the Forbidden Valley and the Netherworld Hall. Once I'm gone, please look after Master for me. Love and hatred, exhaustion and pain, generations of grudges. I hoped it could all end here. So I went to see Changye one last time. Before I set out, I took Pear Blossom Fall. I thought, if I died along the way, that was fine too. Changye would simply be spared. If I survived, the plan would go on as intended. He and I would cross into death together. That would be fine too. Poisoning him went more smoothly than I expected. I disguised myself as you, but Changye saw through it in an instant. He played along with me for a long while, just like when we used to play together as children. The two of us, both already dying, clung to what little breath we had left and talked for a long time. It had been years since we'd had time like that. So I made a decision. I would carry Changye on my back to that mountain. Changye, let's take a boat home. Drift downriver, there's always somewhere to land. If we can't hold on any longer, let the current take us. Resting our heads on this river of stars, that's not so bad a way to go. Boatman, stop here a moment. Where did you come from so late at night? Thank you, miss. I've fled from a brothel. Selling my body, not my skills. Wait, I mean selling skills, not my body. Did you bring an instrument? Play me a tune then. For extra coin, I've also got a signature trick. Drumming a beat on my belly. Let's not go there. Come along with us then. Come along? But those other girls, where are you two headed? Not sure. Wherever the boat takes us. Is he dead? Let me tell you a story. Alright. My story is a long one. Maybe because my heart had carried too much for too long, I kept wanting to tell it to someone. I told him about Pear Blossom Village, about Peach Blossom Mountain. I spoke of the old servant, Scholar Shen, the left envoy, my adoptive parents, House Tan, the Netherworld Hall, and at the very end I finally told him about the two people who mattered most in my life, my master and my little brother. Ah, my master was like sunlight breaking through the clouds, scattering every shadow and misfortune I'd carried before. On Peach Blossom Mountain, I spent the happiest days of my life, without question, the happiest. Then I spoke of Changye, Tan Fang, Hall Master of the Netherworld Hall. For a moment I didn't know what to call him. I could only pour out everything all at once, the good and the bad tangled together, impossible to separate. By the end, my eyes had grown hot with tears. But the woman across from me cried even harder than I did. There was something almost endearing about it. It made my own tears stop, and left a quiet comfort in my chest, that even now at the edge of death, someone could still grieve this much for me, for Dune. Do you have any unfinished wishes? I take payment, I finish the job. You didn't even watch my little performance, I should do something for you in return. Alright then. When the time comes, carry both our bodies back to Pear Blossom Village. And finally, deliver this letter to the immortal Chenjun on Peach Blossom Mountain. There, now you can go in peace. The stars were set into the sky above, falling into my eyes, sinking into the river, and for a moment I felt woven into them, as if I had become one with all things. The phrase Master always used to say. Is this what he meant? I never break a promise. I'll see it through properly. But why not go back to the mountain? Why choose to be buried in Pear Blossom Village instead? Peach Blossom Mountain is already crowded enough. The mountain you describe as so beautiful is really a mass grave? A mountain that vast, and it can't hold two strangers from far away. I just don't want to burden the immortal up there. I don't want his heart to carry any more than it already does. If he never sees the remains, maybe his grief will be a little lighter. I forgot to dig myself a grave. Once you get there, if the plot's too small for both of us, just burn us. Seal us in an urn and lay us in together. Don't worry, I've got you covered. This trade happens to be one of my specialties too. Let's not say I've got you. Let's say consider it done. Gaining, Chengyi, every grudge finally scatters into nothing. After Chengyi and I are gone, please take care of yourself, Master. Don't grieve too deeply. The two of us have settled our karma. It's time to wake from this life's long dream. My life held regret, held vengeance, held hatred, but also fortune. My first fortune, meeting the Pear Blossoms. My second, finding Changye. My third, setting foot on Peach Blossom Mountain. No regrets, none at all. If you ever hear wind moving through the trees, know that it's us. Come home. Don't mourn, don't dwell. Just think of it as meeting again. Didn't you already hear this once from him? Why are you crying like this again? I'm sad. Why don't you cry at all, leaving me to do it alone? This is so awkward. Some stories you know the ending before they even begin. That brother and sister suffered so much. Maybe you shouldn't take on any more disciples, forced to say goodbye to them over and over. Just thinking about it hurts. My old master suffered too. Every single person's ending is death in the end. Does that mean just because the ending is set, we shouldn't bother living at all? But you have a choice. You're an immortal. As long as you ignore the mortal world, can't this life just be carefree and easy? Easy? I can teach you techniques, and once they've learned, kick them off the mountain. After that, life, death, poverty, feuds, all their own business. I became an immortal by cultivating from a mortal. I never faced the brutal heavenly trials. The system has always favored me. And yet, I always find myself tangled up in bonds I can't cut loose. I've never once regretted meeting any of my disciples. Every single one of them was born carrying some purpose. I can't hold them back by force. Life is a journey through and in. I'm just a passing traveler in each of their lives. But to me, every one of them is irreplaceable. Heaven granted me eternal life. As long as I live, they'll all go on living too, here, with the mountain. I think I understand a little what you've told me. I can more or less see why Shen Gaining, on that small boat, held on to this land so dearly, still speaking of this mountain even in her final moments. I've made up my mind. I want to stay too. No, why not? I want to be your disciple. I have real talent. I don't take on disciples easily. Then what's your standard for picking one? Fate. What does that even mean? Looks to me like you just go by mood. Forget it then. I wouldn't even want to lose to you anyway. You're passing up a cultivation prodigy like me. You'll cry over it later, immortal, and there won't even be anywhere to cry. The door's right there. Don't let it hit you on the way out. Fortunes turn in 30 seconds flat. Don't look down on a poor girl. You'll be begging me soon enough. Wait, has our current guest had a change of heart? Do me a favor and take the trash out on your way. Head of the 12 shadow guards, is it? Whether I take him on still comes down to fate. Ha ha ha. Just as I thought, there's no bond between us after all. No bond between us, it seems. You won't take me on? Fine, I will then. Stop crying. Fine, don't take me on then. If you won't have me, someone else will. I'll find a chance to drop by his place and eat him out of every last grain of rice he owns. Here, have some peaches first, to tide you over. Hey! I refuse to be your disciple, but you're still stealing my peaches? You, weren't you the one who didn't want me? I can't even take one peach? So stingy. Let me ask you this. Do you want to be my disciple, or do you want to steal my peaches? Let me ask you plainly. If you want to be my disciple, the peach is yours. If you want to steal the peach, then you're a thief. So let me ask you this. Master, I feel like your head comes to a point. Weren't you the one who said you'd rather pick up rocks than take me as a disciple? Regretting it now? I only ever said fate decides. Well, fate has just arrived. Fine. I suppose I'd also like someone to remember me one day. Then I'll grudgingly agree to be your disciple. You'll grudgingly agree? I'd be overjoyed to have you. Overjoyed my foot. Just leave me alone. Come on, master. Aren't we heading back up the mountain? Hurry up. I still don't know your name. I'm Chen Jun. Jun, as in gentleman? No, Jun as in thunderous might. Oh, I've got no learning. Never heard that one before. Then how can you recite poetry so smoothly? Someone once forced me to learn my letters. Learning to read was so painful I wanted to eat those books whole. Don't worry. Your master won't force you to do anything you don't want to do. Great, sounds like I came to the right place. Master, where are we headed now? I'll introduce you to your senior siblings first. Oh, I even have senior brothers and sisters? Where are they? Follow me. Come meet them. Master, actually, I just remembered something. I'll be going now. Hey, going where? Didn't we agree you'd become my disciple? Nobody told me when I came here that disciples on Peach Blossom Mountain end up buried in the dirt. Maybe you should just toss me aside like a rock instead. No. Once you're on my mountain, leaving isn't so easy. Fine then. Chenjun, could you please let go of my clothes first? Oh right, I forgot. Doggo, Missy, Sandy, Dune. Then you'll be bacon. Bacon, that sounds like a dish, because we just had bacon for lunch. Heh, now that you're on Peach Blossom Mountain, I won't let your visit be wasted. Naturally, I'll teach you a technique. Master, I actually have 2 techniques here. But your body is special. You can't overtrain. Bacon, whether you train or not is your choice to make now. Master, how many more years do I even have left? There's a G-worm buried inside you. If you don't overspend your spiritual energy, you can live to 55. What counts as overspending? Think of it like a jar of water left outside. You draw a ladle out each morning and top it back up each night. If you rest and pace yourself carefully, there's no real danger. But if you go fighting, dueling, seeking revenge, and drain the jar fast without time to refill it, your lifespan shortens by years. How many years? 20 years. I choose to live to 55. I will live to 55. You really do know how to take care of yourself. Live to 55, then what? Then I die. Then what was the point of the first 55 years? What if instead of 55 you saved all that spent energy and lived to 110 instead? Master, what are you even saying? Don't you carry any obsession in your heart? Master, honestly, I don't carry that much blood feud on my back. I really can't bear that weight. Must a person carry some deep obsession just to walk through this mountain gate? Every single one of you, when you first came up here, said such lovely things, and once the time was right, you all left anyway. I couldn't stop any of you even if I tried. Wow, that's an awfully bitter tone. What, did my senior siblings deceive your heart, your body? Deceive my heart or body? No, not that. Deceive me out of food and drink. That part's true enough. Well, fine. Since this is your choice, I won't say more. Bacon, listen closely. The technique I'm about to pass on to you is called the Burning Desire Technique. Master, I already know that one. You already know it? Well then. Bacon, listen closely. The technique I'm passing on to you is the Netherworld Communion Technique. Wasn't that first one just now supposed to be the first? And also, why do you keep pulling these manuals out of your pants every time? Wasn't that the one you already knew? Well, Master, don't you have pockets? Ha ha ha. Anyone reincarnated, anyone with an incomplete soul can't see it there. So Master, doesn't that mean you can actually see my senior siblings? This is actually the first time I've seen this manual myself. Then Master, why don't you learn it first, then teach me? You really do know how to save yourself the trouble. But what exactly is the Netherworld Communion Technique? I've genuinely never heard of it. Well, master this technique, and you can communicate between this world and the next, command departed souls, and of course, see those who've passed. Can I see anyone who's died? That depends on whether they're willing to open the door for you. Oh, I know. I'll be in charge of cheering you on. Every time you learn a page, I'll shout, Master's the best! Then what's even the point of having you as a disciple? You just don't get it, do you? Emotional value is still value. Fine, you learn it then. Once you know it, I'll know it too. What kind of logic is that? It's just fate. Since when does a disciple teach the master? Tell you what, master. Let's figure it out together. You figure it out, I'll rest. Isn't that just you slacking off?